What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Everything's good, man. It's been a lovely little day today. How about yourself, man? How my dog doing?
Can't complain. Doing good.
There it is. I like it. Yeah, man. You getting anything since the last time I seen you about less than 24 hours ago? About 22 hours ago, I felt like, yeah.
Well, I in fact did watch Monday Night Football.
Wow,
yesterday.
You put yourself through it. I actually,
Absolutely.
I copped out. I ain't gonna hold you. I spent wifey time.
Once I saw who was playing for the Titans, I couldn't look away.
Oh, did you get what you were looking for?
Yeah. Dude won the game. Dude played really good.
Let's see. I ain't watch it. So set the scene for me. I didn't see any of it. I did see he had some appearance though.
Yeah. Levis got hurt. Well, he's playing terrible.
Because I saw he had another meme.
Yeah,
they said it was another weekly Levis meme. I didn't know what happened, but he threw a pick. I'm assuming
he threw a pick right off the bat.
Okay.
So he was playing bad again, like I predicted.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was the second series. It was second or third series. He gets hurt, shoulder injury. So Mason has to come in.
Yeah.
And Titans end up scoring 30 points for the first time in some crazy stat. I think it's like 1,000 days or something like that. It's something crazy. 30. I don't know. Mason didn't light it up or anything because it was a lot of the Titans' ground game, but he ran the offense smoothly. Didn't turn the ball over. In fact, DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley had a couple drops, so stats would have been better.
Okay.
He finished with 85 yards, but they put up points. 31. And they let the defense do their thing against Snoop Huntley and the anemic Dolphins offense. They won the game.
How did the Pro Bowler look? How did Snoop look,
terrible.
bro?
Absolutely terrible.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was bad.
All right. Yeah, like I said, I ain't watch any of it, man. When I saw the matchups and I remembered the matchups, I had an opportunity, Deke. I was like, I could sit here and
the Lions game was electric, though.
That's
Lions,
what I heard.
Seahawks.
I heard there was a lot of scoring in that one.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I might have missed something there, but I was enjoying wifey time. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. All right, did you watch any of the Titans or any of the Seahawks game?
At the end, once the Titans and Dolphins game was done, Lions had it kind of wrapped up at that point. Jared Goff was
they say he was
playing
like
probably
perfect,
some of his best ball he's ever played. Yeah, he threw 18 for 18.
Yeah.
I think he was close to 300 yards and a couple touchdowns.
And then I saw them say he has more touchdown catches this year than like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Amon-Ra threw him one.
Yeah, it was like, oh look, man, Brandon Ayuk is getting paid this much. Goff got more touchdown catches than him this year. I was like, oh, all right, we on that now.
Classic.
Yeah, you know how they do.
But Mason, in my opinion, should be the Titans QB1 going forward. They are idiots if they want to go back to Levis, but
you said
that's
he
their
threw
decision.
85 yards?
Yeah.
I thought that's what you said, man. All right.
Yeah.
But they did win. Shout out.
He played good. That's
I
all he
ain't
needed
saying-
to
I
do.
ain't
That's
saying
that's
bad,
all
man.
Levis needs to do. But he's turning the ball. I guarantee you, if Mason was their starter, they're probably like 3-1 right now.
All right. Yeah.
They didn't need Mason to do anything crazy. It was almost like Justin Fields in the Falcons game.
It was just the conviction that you had said it with, and then you was like just 85 yards. I ain't know. That's all. Because when I heard the 31 points, I'm like, oh, he probably was like $150 or something. Yeah.
He didn't need to be.
Respect,
he didn't need to be. The Dolphins' offense was that bad. Titans were in favorable scoring ranges, and they either kicked field goals or Mason would hand it off. The running game would get going. He would make a pass here or there when he needed to. He hit a nice. I think it was like seconds. I can't remember how many seconds exactly, but it was like you only had one play.
Okay.
Before halftime, you had one play. You probably had to get at least 25, 30 yards to get in the field goal range. One play before half. Once you complete that, if you're not out of bounds, you got to go up and spike it. Did it to a T. Perfect pass across the middle of the field. Took the Titans offense up.
That's
Spiked
what Thomas Dottie just said the same. He says Mason orchestrated a very nice pass play to put points on the board.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what you're referring to. Yep.
Yeah, it was like almost like Fields with the Falcons. Mason did what he needed to do, win the game. The stats would be a little bit better if it wasn't for the Hopkins drop, the Ridley drop.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a drop in the end zone too. The tight end drop. Mason hit him like right in the arm right here.
Yeah.
He turned around, hit him right in the arm. He's like, "Oh man, I didn't even know the pass was coming." It's probably because he's so used to Levis airmailing those type of passes. Play good. He deserves to be the starter. I think he deserved to be the starter from week one. I've been saying this. So like, if anyone deserves or is allowed to be saying this type of stuff, it's me, because Mason should have been starting day one with the Titans. Levis
like
is no
that.
good.
Shout out to the duality as well. I know you're strong that way. Mano in the chat has the other side. He says Mason had nothing to do with that win. Last night he had 85 yards, no touchdown, and they ran the ball 40 times.
All right, you tell me it's a coincidence that they put up 30 points for the first time in like a 1,000
like
days.
I said, I ain't watching, man, but
you tell me. It's almost like last year with Mason. Whenever he got in at quarterback, I don't think it was a coincidence. The offense looked the way that it did, and he was like a reason why. I get it. The stats aren't there. He's not throwing for 250 and 2 touchdowns like Mason did in the Bengals game and the Seahawks game. Yeah. But look at the Ravens game, what Mason did. It's not like his stat line was anything crazy, but you understood the circumstances. It was a rainy day. We were going up the Ravens on the road, and, he picked his spots. Yeah. And I think yesterday was the same type of thing. Pick the spots. Stats would be better if it wasn't for the drops. If you watch the game, you'd know.
There it is.
I don't think these people actually watch the games. They just look at the box score. They see 85 yards. I saw a team that was bought in to their new leader. That's what I saw yesterday.
Sometimes they say everybody's perspective is different. So from your perspective, that could be the case, man. That could be the case. I ain't
Levis
watching
is terrible. Yeah. He's terrible. I mean, all Mason, that was, again, the baseline, almost like we were talking with Fields. You could keep this job if you just at least have the baseline of don't throw us out of the game. Yeah. Don't turn the ball over.
Well,
and
that's
what Levis is literally what Levis has been doing with the Titans. And Mason did at least not that. He didn't turn the ball over, didn't put it in harm's way. Ran the ball good, defense played good. But I thought he made some nice passes. I did. I thought he made some nice passes. There were a couple, as I mentioned, a few drops. Stat line could have been better, but he was a part of the win.
Shout out, man. Hey, win the game.
He produced positively.
That's always the name of it, man. Win the game.
A part of the win. They
win
won.
The game.
They won because of him. Not solely because of him, but he was a part of it, and not in spite of him.
I like it.
That's all you can ask for.
I like it.
And just getting subbed in like the mid-game, too. Think of that. It's not like they were prepping for Mason to be the guy. So he deserves to be QB1. Titans are idiots if they go back to Levis.
There it is.
Whatever. I mean, if they do, whatever. Fine. You want to hold on to the fact that you drafted him in the second round, that's fine. That was a mistake. Sometimes you got to move on from mistakes. The 49ers did with Trey Lance. They went with Purdy, even though Purdy was a 7th-round pick and Trey Lance was a number 3 overall pick. They just knew who the better quarterback was for their team.
Okay. I like how you operate your quarterback depth charts, especially with other teams. I like that, man. I like your energy, baby.
Hey, I got to witness what Mason can do.
I was about to say it because I know there's going to be people over here like, well, where was this energy at? Yeah.
Huh?
You know how they go, Phil? You know they go get you. You know the people. The people.
I don't know. Who's the people?
The people. The Chad.
What are they going to say?
You know how they get on
This isn't a hot take. Starting Mason Rudolph over Will Levis?
To you, it's not. To some people, it is.
That's crazy to me. I think that's a hot take. If you want to stick with Will Levis over Mason, that's fine. Do you want to win games or not? Like, I get if you want to see what Will Levis could be for your future.
Because this is what, second year, right?
Yeah. If you want to see what he could do, I already know what he can do. I'm just telling you right now. If you want to win games this year, you start Mason. If you want to hold on to Will Levis being your draft pick and hoping that he could be the future, whatever. It's your team. I don't got to worry about it. I just want to see Mason being done right in Tennessee because we got to witness him getting kicked in the nuts how many times here in Pittsburgh. And then save our season.
Why was that? Why was he getting kicked in the nuts here in Pittsburgh, man?
I don't know, man.
Because, I mean, after 1 year, I don't even think Levis got 10 starts, 12 starts, and we already.
He's terrible. He's not
you like,
games.
I've already seen it. It's done. It's like.
He's done.
Man, it's just fast, bro. That's all. People gonna be like, yo, you fast with him.
I'm not. Well, no, I'm just staking a claim. I'm just giving you a take. Like that's.
I like it. I like it.
I'm telling you how it is.
Man.
It's almost like I don't know. It's just predicting the future. I mean, it's what we're doing in sports talk here. So I'm just telling you, Will Levis is not good.
There it is.
He's not a good player. So
I like it.
If you want to win games, stick with Mason.
There it is. There it is.
Mason, in a way, picked up where he left off in the last 3 games here in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So I'd like to see the Titans give him a chance because
he's injured right now in terms of Levis.
They got a bye, so.
Oh, okay. So you have a little time. Well, we'll see what the MRI is.
Yeah.
They said they're gonna check out his shoulder and stuff, so it might organically just happen anyways.
Because we didn't give him that opportunity here after he saved it last season. And you know what?
Do you regret the decision?
No, actually, I don't think the Steelers necessarily made a wrong move. It's just,
would you rather have that than what we currently have?
No, Fields is balling out. If Fields wasn't balling out, this might be a different story.
I'm like, I'm cool with what you're selling me, but I know what I just saw with Fields. I ain't tripping. Like, shout out to Mason. Wish you nothing but the best. A whole different conversation. But I'm cool, bro.
I think I'd be even bringing Kenny back into the mix too.
Yeah, I'm cool at all of them. Like, yeah, I hope y'all do great in your respective places. Thank you, Justin. Please, and Russ, whatever you're right, please. Like, thank you. Yeah, I like it though, man. I like it. But I am glad to hear that you still are on the fields, even with Mason making his appearance to lead in the victory last night. Because you never know. If we get the opportunity for Kenny to do the same thing this year, I'm going to revisit that question with you just to see. Because if Kenny ball out, say he get an opportunity, man, Hurts go down, whatever, he looks good. Like, yeah, man, how do you feel?
Fields keep winning. I don't care.
As long as he's winning. All right.
If he's winning and playing better than Kenny, I don't care.
That's all they care. Okay.
I don't care.
But it can't be Kenny go out there, light it up for 400 yards, 4 teddies through the air.
Goes on a deep playoff run. Yeah. And Fields fizzles towards the end of the season. Yeah, then that's a different story.
He said, I'm going right back. I'm telling you now. I'm going back.
Absolutely. Yeah. You had those two dudes on the roster. Like, you had them.
Okay. But people said they seen enough. And I'm sure maybe for him, he was fed up with the Russ move.
Well, I know.
That's why he did what he did. Right.
He didn't want to be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Steelers could have not picked up Russ, though.
Mm-hmm.
They could have just went to Mason, and probably Kenny would have been good with that. That would have been the competition right there. But I don't think the Steelers were wrong in picking up Russ, though, either.
Yeah.
It's just that's the decision they made.
Yeah.
They decided upsetting Kenny was worth the risk of maybe not having him anymore. And that's fine. That's completely fine. I don't think that they anticipated Kenny to act the way that he did, though, either. I thought they could just do a Russ-Kenny competition.
Now, if you're the Titans, you're saying to even handle that totally different, though, than this one, right?
What?
In terms of don't even do the competition thing anymore for
no.
Just flat out it needs to be Mason, is what you say, right?
I told you. They should have started with Mason week 1. I told you that. I don't think Levis is good, but, yeah, Titans drafting. I get the whole politics of it.
Right, yeah.
But if you wanted to win games, you should have started with Mason. No competition, none of that. Levis isn't good. Mason will win you games.
There it is. I like it, baby. I like it. Man, I'm trying to think. So you said you watched the end of Lions Seahawks. Said that was still good, though. Geno looked good? He ain't choking that, right?
He was all right.
Okay.
I don't know what he did for like the first 3 quarters. But yeah, he couldn't punch it in when he really needed to.
Yeah.
I don't know if the play calls were that great or anything. They were down a couple yards away from the goal line, and they didn't run the ball. They just kept doing shotgun passes. So I don't know. Yeah, like didn't make the best of plays, but I mean they had like 500 yards of total offense. So like he had a good statistical day. So I know that.
Yeah. So it wasn't a lot of defense. What you telling me in this game?
Yeah, it was a high-scoring game.
Because I know golf ball. I just seen his
40
stat line.
40-something to 29, the final score was.
Yeah, I'm all right. That's a lot of points. Yeah.
But they needed a touchdown. They were down 2 scores. They needed a touchdown before the 2-minute warning. They were right there. They were 2-3 yards away. They couldn't get it in, though. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Play calling could have been in question. But, yeah, I mean, Geno looked good. They're 3-1. I don't think that's necessarily a bad loss on the road. The Lions, I think they
say the Lions are good.
They played
Lions
valiantly.
Yeah.
The Seahawks were really banged up on defense, so they were saying like 4 of their guys in the front 7 were hurt. And Lions had their way on the ground.
I ain't gonna lie. I like these Lions unis real quick though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like it. No threats though, correct? If we were to see them down the line in the big game, either one of them teams.
They're both good teams.
Better than us? From your initial peak, because like I said, I ain't really watching.
Yeah, if we play like last week, they're better than us for sure.
Bump that. Take our 4-game sample size. Don't do us like that, Deke. Don't you do us like that. Don't you do us like that.
We're fine. No, we're all, I think we're all on the same level.
Okay.
We're all on the same level. Serious contenders within our conference.
Yeah.
Looking at a Super Bowl.
Okay. I like it then. And yes, Dominic Ballish, actually popped on the game in the background. We just looked up. I was like, oh yeah, shout out to the Lions game on this right on NFL Network right now, man. So salute to that, man. Yeah, I definitely missed that. Like I said, man, I decided to have some wifey time. It felt way better. So shout out. Yeah, I couldn't watch the Levis and turns into Mason versus Snoop Huntley. I just
AFC North ball.
I know. That's not AFC North ball. Don't you do that, man. Remnants of the AFC North, though. It's AFC North-ish.
Yeah, watch that Dolphins receiver situation. Tyreek Hill or Waddle might want out immediately.
I could very well see that, man. I'm afraid to even ask what Huntley's stat line was because I feel like, that had to be bad down there in Miami.
It was kind of like Mason's stat line, honestly. He just wasn't good, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's bad. Because they weren't running the ball the same way I'm assuming that the Titans were running the ball.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he overthrew Tyreek on a wide open, which I didn't think would be possible.
How can you overthrow Tyreek?
Right. Overthrew him on a wide open vertical and underthrew him poorly on another one in the end zone where Tyreek basically had to play as a defensive back.
Oh, God. That's that receiver life, boy. Yeah.
I mean, they weren't asking him to do anything crazy. They just tried to run their offense and have him pass screens and stuff.
Yeah.
Their best success was whenever they let him pass it over the middle. They didn't really do that often enough.
Yeah. Probably because they were going to throw a pick, man.
Yeah, my takeaway from it, though, Dolphins need to trade for a quarterback.
Do you think they still are capable this year of doing something, though?
If they get the right guy. If they got a Russell Wilson, yeah.
So you think Russ is that good right now that he could elevate the Dolphins, but not good enough to start for us?
And you're saying in place of Justin Fields,
yeah,
though.
That's what I was talking about, yeah.
Russell Wilson in place of Tyler Huntley, big upgrade. I don't know if he's an upgrade over how Fields is playing. I think we'd be winning games with Russ. Don't get me wrong. I think Fields is he's got the team right now. We're in a groove.
Because you were saying in the sense of if you're the Dolphins, you want somebody that's going to be able to elevate you even more than that Tua would, right?
Yeah, that's your chance. It might not happen, new system and everything, quick turnaround to go to a new team like that and be starting right away.
Yeah.
I think you got a better chance than sticking with what you got or trading for a different quarterback like Mac Jones or something. Some of the other quarterbacks that are out there, I think Russell Wilson would give you the best chance.
Yeah.
To keep your team competitive, to stay alive. 'Cause Tua is out till I think week 8. I saw.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
They should just shut him down. Like if you make that trade for a Russ, you make that trade for a backup that is going to be your starter these next however many weeks. I think you just shut down Tua and say, "Listen, man, it's your team. Let's try to make the best of this." Because if it doesn't work out, then you're 1-7, 1-6. There's no point in bringing Tua back then.
Right.
But if it is working out, it's the new guy's team. Just rock with him.
I see it. I see your vision. I would much rather keep Russ, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
No, the Dolphins should be trying to trade for Russ. I want to keep Russ as well, but they want to. Their season's over. If they don't want their season to be over, trade for Russell Wilson.
But this is kind of what happens when your $100 million quarterback goes down. It's no different if Ben were to go down for the season. In week 1, we traded for Minka and everybody was kind of shocked by it. But then it was like, let's see if Mason could do this. Let's see if Duck could do this. But everybody felt very differently about the expectations because the $100 million quarterback went down. So unless you go get another $100 million quarterback to come in there.
Well, they got a chance to.
Yes, but we also have the chance to lose out on our $100 million quarterback off of a 4-game sample size.
I'm talking about the Dolphins, though.
That's what I'm talking about as well, because we will be losing out on the Russ, who was already proven to be a $100 million quarterback. 4 fields through 4 starts is trying to show that he can be that type of guy on a game in and game out basis. I don't know, it just seemed premature to me.
It depends on how desperate the Dolphins are. I'm just talking about the Dolphins and what they need to do to save their season. That's not about us.
I agree with that, but it does include us when you say Russ, because Russ is with us.
If the offer's good enough, I think you got to think about it.
Yeah.
If they are that desperate, they're giving us a 2nd-round pick, a 1st-round pick. I don't know if they are. Maybe they're just good with the season being over.
There's nothing wrong with that either.
With Tua going down, yeah, I mean, I don't know what their mindset is. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because you're
They
not
just
about to
wanna tank.
change the whole direction of your organization solely based off of him going down this year. We want to do something for these next X amount of games. So now let me bring in somebody to upshift the hierarchy. Nah, we ain't doing that either. That's the $100 million man. You
Yeah,
think first round quarterbacks get privileged? $100 million quarterback, that's the cream of the crop in terms of.
That's a good problem to have, though, if you bring in a new guy and he's playing well. Because I don't know how much you could put your faith into a long term anyway.
I know that's your perspective of it, but league wide, they look at him a little bit differently.
Yeah,
and that's just based off of what the field.
Yeah, they did pay him.
Well, but because they paid him based off of his work compared to the field of NFL quarterbacks, man. When you start looking at the field, it ain't a lot of dudes that's better than Tua out there. We know it's dudes that are definitively better than Tua, but the list of guys ahead of Tua is a lot shorter than the guys that are behind Tua. Heck, you even brought up Will Levis yourself.
I would admit he's worse
Kenny,
than Tua.
Like,
I'd put Mason and Kenny over Tua at this point.
But up until this point, they haven't had even a game that we can say is better than one or Tua's games.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean,
so that's the part with Tua.
The proven the proven stats, that's fine. But
yeah, so that's the only thing with him. I'm like, it's a long list of quarterbacks that he's washing compared to the small list of quarterbacks that are definitively better than him.
I mean, you know my stance, though.
Well, I know.
You got a big game ahead of you. You want to win it. You want Tua out there. I take my chances with Kenny or Mason.
I'm gonna go with Tua, if that's who we pick it from. But I ain't tripping on your stance on it, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all, baby. I
take my chances.
I like it,
especially too, since I'm not paying $50 million for either of those guys.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Oh, I like it though. All right. Well, shoot. About 20 minutes in this thing. I had cool little intro with this thing. Like what we have right now.
Honestly,
man.
Dolphins should trade for Mason.
But Mason might be starting in Tennessee.
Not if they take him for granted. They might take him for granted and go with Levis. Dolphins just got to see Mason right in front of their very eyes. They should trade for him.
They saw enough to say that that's this time.
He's better than Huntley.
Huntley a Pro Bowler, man.
I think after Russ.
Hey, Huntley's a Pro Bowler. Put some respect on him, please. He's a Pro Bowler, bro.
After Russ, he would be. He might even be on the same level as Russ as an option.
Oh yeah.
Potentially, I don't know. I mean, he's up. I think he'd be up there as a option for the Dolphins to trade for, especially because you'd be trading less for a Mason than you would to get a Russ.
No, absolutely.
I think he could run that offense though, pretty damn well.
What does it cost to get
49ers?
Mason?
I don't know.
No, if you're the Dolphins, what do you think?
I really don't know. Because I don't know how much the Titans value him as a backup. I would think like a 4th or a 5th round pick.
Okay. And what do you think is Russ's value?
I think it would have to be a 1st or 2nd to get him from us.
And why is that?
Well, I think with the Steelers, we do value Russ, and we like the security that he brings, and we just don't want to give that up willy-nilly.
Whereas with Tennessee,
they got Levis. Like that, like I do really think they probably will go back to him. Like they're just in a different position as a team than us.
Yeah.
Whereas like if Fields goes down, our season is still completely in the balance with a Russ.
Yeah. And technically, Russ is still our starter.
Whereas I think for the Titans, for them, if Levis goes down and they got to stick with Mason, they might still be looking for a different quarterback in the future, no matter what Mason does. Unfortunately, I think it's just a different dynamic with how the teams view their current quarterback situation and where their team is. I know I could be wrong.
I like it, man. I like it.
But I don't think the Titans value Mason
to the degree that the
Steelers would value Russ right now.
Yeah. So you look simply just from the team value versus player for player, who you think is a better player. You don't think that part weighs in it as much.
I mean, it is Russell Wilson, sure. But I'm just saying, I don't know who Russell Wilson versus Mason Wilson or Mason Rudolph. I don't know who would run the offense better. Like Miami's got a very unique system.
We say Russ, and I do feel like because he hasn't played, his value just decreases all of a sudden, which is like crazy. But that's not just with you. That's like, I feel like league wide. Like he's viewed now as if he's lost something.
I do think Miami is a very unique system, though.
And you don't think Russell Wilson could run it?
Well, he could. I think it's very unique, though. It's very, timing based, get the ball out quick, as opposed to Russ throughout his career, very improvisational.
Yeah.
Hold the ball, make some plays with your legs, scramble out of the pocket. Whereas, Miami offense, it's Niners offense. I'm not saying he can't, but I think Mason, I think he fits that a little bit better, just straight eye test right off the bat. But Russell Wilson's Russell Wilson, though, at the same time. Sometimes it's worth taking that chance on bringing a Hall of Fame type of dude, a guy of that pedigree, and no matter what the system is.
Who do you, if it's Tyreek and Waddle, who do you think they want?
I think Russ. Yep. Absolutely. I think bringing in a Russ would send a message that you're serious about saving the season.
Yeah.
More so than a Mason Rudolph, a Mac Jones, a Jimmy G, any of those guys. I think Russell Wilson sends the biggest message.
Yeah, I think it low-key changes. It would change Dolphins a little bit more, just in the sense of I think you get more vertical attacks. Tua's arm inaccuracy is part of why they do more of the short to intermediate lateral crossing, because he doesn't have the biggest arm.
Yeah,
whereas with Russ,
maybe you adjust the system a little bit.
Yeah, with Russ, you can tell Tyreek go get it. And Russ, he delivering that thing each and every time right in the front pocket, So I went with that shift for him. Obviously with Mike, he's smart. But hopefully none of that happens, because I want the Dolphins to suck and lose every game by 1,000. So, hopefully they sit there with Snoop Huntley and ride the Pro Bowler till the wheels fall off. That's what
I wouldn't mind the Dolphins going on a little AFC East run.
No, see, you don't be
no matter
negative.
Who they got.
We're not going to be negative today. We're going to be positive today. So, I hope that they enjoy Snoop, the Pro Bowler Huntley, okay? Keep using the Pro Bowler. That's what I'm hoping for. Yes, at least until a couple more weeks. Then after you do what you want.
Yeah, because if they don't trade for a guy,
you only got a couple more weeks.
You're tanking.
Yeah, a couple more weeks, it is over.
You're going to be in the top 5.
Yep, we almost there. We're almost there. It's like, come on.
But then you got to ask the question: do you draft Shador? Do you draft Cam Ward? Move on from Tua.
Can't move on from Tua.
If you're picking in the top
Tua
5.
is medically unable to go, you're going to have to play him. Otherwise, you're going to have about $50 to $60 million in dead money, and your roster is going to be in shambles because you just paid him. When you just pay him, it don't matter what we think, who we think is best. The reason why Daniel Jones would not get benched anytime soon,
Is anyone trading for him?
Heck, who would you trade for him right now?
That's why I asked.
Come on, man. Not only are you a high value asset in terms of what you cost, you're damaged goods in the sense of we done seen this can drop 3-4 times on its head, and a little off. No, I'm good on that one. But the Dolphins, you married it. You put the ring on it. So you're stuck, at least for another year. You're stuck.
Unless he retires.
Right. And that's, I'm sure, what they're hoping might happen, but you don't get to, force that part because he still has the guaranteed money. And, technically the ball's at his court. I mean, it's a doomsday scenario for the Dolphins in terms of where they're at right now with it.
They could try to save it through a trade.
I like it then. I like it. All right, man. Let's start the show like how we always do. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section where you're tuning in from, so then that way we'll give you those big boy shout-outs to start today's show. And, of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I like it, man. See, this productive start, man. I like this talk. It's fun. Shout out to the Tyler Huntleys and the Mason Rudolphs and the Will Levises and the Tua Tagovailoas of the world, man. And cheers to them not being our guys. And shout out to Justin Fields and Russ. We good right now, man. Long as Fields keep playing like this.
Yeah.
I like it.
Richard Arbiza, 310, Carson, California. What are the costume fits going to be for the most fan this year?
Ooh, good question. have not even looked into that just yet. I think, yeah, I have not looked into that
It's the
just
first
yet.
day of October, and people are asking Halloween
Oh, it is
questions.
the first. Good call. I was like, why? Where did this come from in September? I guess it is October, huh? Yeah, it's only 30 days in that beautiful month of September. My apologies. Yeah, give me about a couple hours, all right? Couple hours, I'll figure something out later tonight. Talk to the team. Yeah.
Cleve Williams, the 305, Miami, Florida.
Shout out to the Miami, Florida. Let's get it.
Eddie T, weight loss journey from the 316, Wichita. Mardokai Hinsa from the 301, DMV.
Shout out to the DMV one time. If you know, you know.
We got X Concepts saying Mason for MVP. He's tuning from the 724 Claridge, PA. All right, that's a stretch. Leah Warren from the 254.
Shout out to the 254, Colleen, Texas.
Mike Hood, the 614, Columbus.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
I'll say a few more. Benny Guava from the 865, Somerset, New Jersey. Jay Farrer from the 213, K-Town.
Shout out to K-Town. Let me tap in real quick, man. I got Knight Rider 16 in the 318, Louisiana. Jay 2 times in the 089, Munich, Germany. Still watching until the wheels fall off. That's the way we like to have it, baby. So rock with us, Jay 2 times. Oh, shout out to Johnny Beats in the 716, Buffalo, New York. He says, perfectly at home, feeling comfy. I see you. 716 guy, you know how that goes, man. I like that right there. I like that. Steven Smith, excuse me, that in the 402, Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to you for that. And David Decker in the 585, Rochester, New York. Also says, Moats and Deke, happy Tuesday. Can we get a couple of moments of silence for the NBA Hall of Famer, Dikembe Mutombo, who passed yesterday, and Pete Rose, who passed today. Says the MLB all-time hits king as well, man. Absolutely, man. Two sports legends, GOATs in their respective professions. We obviously know Mr. Mutombo. Not today. Not in my house. Come on, man. You know that. And then, of course, Mr. Pete Rose. Dominant. Unfortunately, has the, thing that everybody brings up, but dominant in terms of his skill and production. So, yeah, we definitely get them boys a moment of silence, man. All right. Shout out to them legends, man. Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Made me want to go get me a Mutombo joint right now. A little 5-5 OG Nuggets jersey.
Mitchell and Nash.
Oh, fire joint. Or tap into my Sixers when he was with AI. Deke, this is the first time I wanted to fight Kobe, Shaq, and Ty Lue, bro. Just let you know that, man. That NBA Finals hurt us in the 757, bro. We felt that as a city. We was riding, man. Yeah. Shout out to them dudes, though, man. Absolute legends.
Yeah,
man.
that Lakers team was too stacked with Kobe and Shaq.
It's unreal.
Three-peat.
Yeah.
I like that Nets team a lot back in the day.
Yeah, Kid. You talking about the J Kidd one, right?
Yeah, him, Kenyon Martin, Kerry Kittles.
That when they banging on folk. Yeah.
I think Alonzo Mourning was coming off the bench.
Yeah. You know where Zoe from? The crib.
Yeah, so I was bummed at that back in the day about that Lakers team. Yeah, I couldn't stand that Lakers team, actually.
Yeah, bro, I hated the Lakers, bro. I wouldn't fight the Bears. Oh, God dang, this Kobe, this Shaq. You can't even shoot no free throw. Oh. Then I was like, I love this Shaq dude. God dang, why he so good? Oh. And, yeah, shout out to Shaq. Yep.
All right, I'll say a few more here. T.C. Mosley from Jamaica, Queens, the 718. What would it take for TJ to actually get an MVP?
First off, shout out to Jamaica, Queens. Let's get it. Secondly, loud stats. Not just sacks. Sacks are definitely going to be a big part of it, but the loud sacks are the touchdowns defensively. For him to, in terms of getting MVP, yeah, you got to be touching paint. It's got to be loud. Because defensive rookie or defensive player of the year, he can win that each and every year based off of his sacks, and we see that's why he's in the conversation each and every year. And it's almost like national media just rotates between him, Myles Garrett, Parsons, and occasionally Bosa, and will pick and choose who they want to highlight that year. And as we can already see, they've chosen TJ Watt to be this guy, or the guy this year, even though what's the difference between this year and last year and the year before that, nobody knows. But with MVP, you're dealing with quarterbacks, dealing with receivers, running backs. It's just a lot more of the wild players, a lot more of the people that, for the casual viewer, it's easier for them to just say, yo, that guy is great and is justified, is validated. Whereas we know at times with defenders, you got to give a little bit more context. So in order for him to get MVP, you got to take some of them context things out and just have flat, like, big boy. He done scored 3 touchdowns defensively from outside linebacker. Not only does he have 30 sacks that breaks the record that he tied, he also got, another 2 picks. You're like, bro, how does he have all this? I think it would have to be like on that, and we'd have to be winning a ton too. Yeah. What about you, man? What you think?
Yeah, crazy stats.
For like MVP. Yeah.
Couple touchdowns, couple picks.
Because you got to beat the quarterbacks.
You got to set the sack record for sure.
Yeah. It have to have multiple, like, historical something with your tag,
right,
man.
Team's got to be winning.
Oh yeah, you ain't getting that MVP if you. And the stat has to read like he can maybe miss 1 game, so that way the stat can show again, like, when he's out there and on the field, they win all these games. These are the numbers, these defensive numbers. The 1 game he missed, and then you look at the history of his career, and every time he misses, and I think that could also paint the picture for it as well.
Some of the QBs might have to be having a down year too.
Last year would have been one of them years.
So far this year too.
Yeah.
If we're talking about Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield being the best 2 QBs, like, statistically.
Don't you forget about Geno?
Yeah, probably after yesterday,
right?
he's got to be. Yeah, he might be leading the league in passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Martinez, first super of the day, says Steelers called frauds. Swago says we weren't prepared for Flacco. He's right. Corner blitz his ass. The coaches have to prepare the team for everything.
One would say he who prepares for everything prepares for nothing. So as much as I do enjoy the concept of prepare for every single thing that a team can possibly give you, if you do that, you would not spend enough time. You would not have enough repetition on what teams run higher percentages of. So it's a reason why when you're playing Anthony Richardson, you spend the majority of your time working zone read concepts. It's a reason why you traditionally would play more zone concepts versus that type of guy, because he struggles with reading zone concepts. He has a higher probability of running zone read plays. They don't rotate quarterbacks traditionally. So that's the big reason why you spend the majority of your time preparing for a specific player. When Joe Flacco comes in, yeah, you can simply sit here and say, oh, yeah, if you just corner blitz him, it's perfect, until you talk about the defensive rotation from a coverage standpoint behind it. Now we have guys like young players who we talked about even running the defense that we've been running, having blown calls. Now we're talking about putting them in even more of a compromising situation due to the blitzing element, when you're going to take a guy out of coverage and now put them in that situation without even making that the point of emphasis throughout the week. So as much as I would like that, sometimes, man, an injury happens. It's just a bad luck, and you got to kind of make your adjustments on the fly. I thought we did that in the second half, but it's never going to be perfect in the sense of, oh, yeah, we've ran 1,000 these plays just in case the third team guy gets in here who has this unique skill set. We've ran these plays for that guy. It's like, nah, number one, the NFLP ain't going to allow it because the CBA agreement says you only got 2.5 hours on that field. So certain things you just got to understand that, yeah, you're not going to have all of that. But you still, if you operate with just your traditional execution of your rules, you bank on that being high enough of a floor that whatever the opponent gives you, you should still be able to get out of that stadium with the victory. And if you think about how this game played out, even with the switch, even with Flacco having his success, we still had the chance at the end of the game to come out with a victory. So, like I said, man, it's one of them things where it sucks, but this is more outlier than the standard. If teams were traditionally using 2 quarterbacks, then yeah, you start planning for that. But until you see that, you just don't have enough time to just solely focus on this guy, that guy, and that guy. It's like, yo, you got to pick your poison here, man. So that's the only thing. But I do like the mindset, though.
Okay. We got AJ Martinez with a couple more. He says, we're going to be in a dogfight versus Dallas. Boz kicks a 56-yarder to win by 1 as time runs out. No touchdowns. 6 field goals by the Wizard. Love to Michelle.
Shout out to Michelle. That's AJ's Michelle. Shout out to AJ's Michelle. I like it. 6 field goals, no TDs. How you feel about that?
I don't care.
As long as we win?
Yeah.
All right. I ain't gonna lie, I care. Can we get a touchdown in there? I would like to get some touchdowns in there at some point.
We had 6 positive offensive drives, I would like to think.
Or we could have had multiple strip sacks already in field goal range and we ain't moved the ball.
Yeah, I mean, either way, we're winning the game. 6 field goals out of, almost like in the Falcons game. How many times did we get the ball on offense? Was it like 8 or 9 times? We had 6 field goals.
Yeah.
Positive percentage.
18 points enough?
What?
You think 18 will be enough to win?
Well, according to AJ's prediction.
Okay. I like it.
Actually, yeah, if our defense
No. Y'all said 6 field goals is enough. I'm like, you sure?
Yeah, if our defense gets their head on straight, yeah. I actually do believe that.
Respect. Get their head on straight then. Yes, please. Can't be like how we started all last week. Can't be.
AJ Martinez says Charlie Hustle, Mutombo, Christopherson, and everyone in the world not mentioned that has passed. Rest in peace. Pete Rose not going to the Hall of Fame because the Hall doesn't deserve him. F the Hall. I'm not even a fan.
Respect. Low key, I've grown to take a similar sentiment as well, AJ. Shout out. Yeah. Can't believe Pete Rose never got a chance to see himself make it in the Hall, bro. But he knew he was a Hall of Famer. He nice. Everybody know that. But that's how it goes, unfortunately, at times, man.
I think he was at least betting on his team to win, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like that dude from last year in the NFL.
Yes.
Or was it the NBA?
What? No, it was both.
There was one guy
NBA
in the
was the
NBA.
guy betting against his team to lose. And that's why they kicked. But he wasn't even doing good, I thought. I thought his bets were actually like kind of off.
Well, no. He was doing his own personal props.
That might have been it.
Of like, I think minutes, even like minutes play. It was like some.
God. I know his was like real
details.
bad. Yeah, his was real bad. Then I remember it was like 2 from the Lions, the Commanders, and somebody else.
I think the Colts. That Colts had a guy
yeah,
too, right?
Yeah. It was like they had a whole bunch of them all at one time got. Yeah. So.
If you're gonna bet, at least you're doubling down on yourself.
I'm nice. So put the money on me. Watch me go out here and do it. Versus,
I believe in my team.
Yeah. Versus, I'm about to strike over here. Don't worry about it, guys. Yeah. Don't do that one.
Richard Arbizo, can TJ end up on the Steelers' defensive Mount Rushmore?
I think he needs to get him a ring. If he does that, I think he's on it. That's kind of how I look at it. I just think with the Steelers, because of that type of history that we have, we talk not just about great players, we talk about champions. And I think to be on the Mount Rushmore, you would need that to be a representative. So, like, when I think of that, I think of guys like Joe Green. I think of guys like Mel Blount. I think of guys like Jack Lambert. I think of guys like Debo. You know what I mean? So, that's just me personally. But in terms of the accolades, like, he is absolutely just killing people. So that part is also very much going to have him in that conversation. But that's just kind of how I view it, just because of how we talk about it here in Pittsburgh. We put championships above everything. That's been made crystal clear on so many different occasions. So I just feel like for it to be the Mount Rushmore, I think of that as like the true representation of this is what our organization is all about. And I think those dudes, man. What do you think, though?
I feel like if he gets like an MVP or
because he has a decoy already.
Here's the sad truth of the matter. I was gonna say if he had like 3 or 4 defensive player of the years, it's hard to keep him off the Mount Rushmore. The problem is with that statement is he actually should already have 3 defensive
which is very
player
true.
Of the years.
Yeah.
So I mean you keep it up. I mean the playoff success that's definitely factored in the equation, but.
Because I'm like, could you put him on a Mount Rushmore over Troy when Troy already has a
Yeah, I think it would have to. It would have to be like
Super Bowl champion. I'm like,
it would have to be like
yeah.
4 depoys though, because none of those other guys. I think the max is 2 depoy. Maybe
2.
Mean Joe Green has 2.
Yeah,
but if TJ had like 4 or something like that. But he literally should have 3. Like, that's true. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
he should have 3. He literally should have 3. So he would be, I think, already in that type of conversation.
Well, yeah, if he had 3, it's a way different.
He does have, like in my book, he has 3. You know what? He does have 3 in my book because last year, specifically last year. My God,
Look, I know how we all felt about it, but at the end they just go look at, pull it up, and just go. Right now, it's at 1. That's all.
I think if he just keeps doing what he's doing, he's legitimately in the conversation. Yeah. I think there's a case for him.
Yeah, if he gets to that point, like you talk about 3 depots, you don't.
My book, he's
that over. Yeah, I know you said he has.
I mean, he does.
In my book, once it's officially confirmed across the National Football League's database, I think that he's for certain there. But up until then, I'm like, how do I leapfrog another guy who's already had that same type of thing, but has the rings to go along with it? Some of these dudes got multiple rings. So, a lot of them dudes I named got, at bare minimum, was 2. Talk Debo. Talk Troy. You know what Mel did. You know about, rest out. Jack and the boys. Green and the boys. We got some dudes. I ain't even bringing up a Donnie Shell, who's also a Hall of Famer. Multiple champs. When he dead. But TJ's TJ, man. I get it, bro.
Yeah,
TJ's TJ, bro.
He's going to be in the mix for
potentially
most sacks of all time. We were just talking about the Bruce Smith record the other day.
No.
He's going to be up there if he keeps doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
You got to assume some more depoys on the shelf.
Yeah.
But he should already have 3 in his back pocket. So, like, the additional depoys he's getting, that should make it his 4th depoy or his 5th depoy, which would just be insane.
It would be, yes.
But that's actually what the reality should be. That's the sad part of all this. Yeah. So I think he's going to be in the conversation no matter what. I mean, the playoff success, the Super Bowl would just be icing on the cake.
Yeah. Because he's for certain going to keep getting sacks. I don't know if y'all know this. He's definitely going to keep doing those. Yeah.
Chase Grieve, Devontae Adams sounds like he's done as a Raider on a podcast today. Let's go get him ASAP. We need that along with a guard.
I missed that.
Little Devontae Adams, Kevin Dotson combo trade.
Okay. What? That's going to be the most expensive trades if we're doing them back to back. I like it. What happened? I missed what he said. Anything interesting?
Raiders open to trading Devontae Adams, calling teams.
Okay.
To check on their interest.
You know Khan already didn't call that. Khan ain't going to miss on an opportunity. Chiefs might be offering 2 first-rounders, though.
This is from Steelers Depot. They say Adams showed his frustration before head coach Josh McDaniels was fired late in October 2023. That is correct. While Adams has expressed contentment under Pierce, there could be a new storyline. It appears Pierce liked an Instagram post that said Adams may have played his last snap with the Raiders.
Oh, he's set tripping. There's no way he did. He was hacked. He was hacked, bro.
In a Tuesday interview with Kay Adams, Devontae Adams, said he hopes to hear from his head coach.
This is for real. Did he really like the post?
Here's the quote. He says,
"There's no way the head coach."
I haven't talked to Antonio Pierce, so I don't really know what that was about. Obviously, social media is a beast, so there's a lot of people out there that saw it and are wondering what's going on. People are reaching out, and I haven't spoken to him.
Whoa.
This trade might be happening this week. This might be happening today.
Whoa. What? Yo. I'm all for that's I don't know. I'm kind of weird about that one. I don't like my coach doing that. That's a little bit much right there, coach. We're going to need to dial that one back, bro. The coach can't be on the gram or X getting his like or retweet. No. Do it like how Coach T do it. Coach T ain't doing
He's
all
part
that.
of Pierce is part of the old guard too. You
I
can't be
know,
doing that.
I'm
You're
like-
I
I'm
guess
like,
is he a millennial
bro,
coach?
Yeah,
Gen Z coaches, they'll be doing that for
yes,
sure.
Yes,
in the
my
next 10
generation
years.
coaches for certain. That, like the Jujus of the world when they become coaches. Yeah, that's yeah. Because Pierce, he still got about 10 on me. He's a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah, he's still an old.
But I'm
He's an
like-
old head.
I'm like, bro, what you doing on the social media like that? Like,
Well,
why
either
you
way,
liking
looks
that?
like Devontae Adams
It's too late. You don't like it now. You can't. The
is
same
out
way.
there.
Listen, the same way we talk
Available
about
for
some
trade.
of our players, and we like, yo, bro, don't be doing that. You can't be doing that if you the head man, bro. I think that's weird, bro. I don't like that at all. I do not like that at all, man. And I can see exactly why Devontae is sounded taking that they like taking it, bro, because you play it. It's not the head man, bro. Heck, I don't even want you to say crazy things in the press conference, let alone likes, man. No.
Raiders actively gauging interest.
Yeah, I bet. Once you like
CBS
that tweet,
Sports.
dude, if he liked the tweet, he liked the tweet, bro. Stand on it. Because I can guarantee I saw Devontae feel it. You liked it, right? You thought it was funny at the moment? You thought that's what you liked, right? All right, well, go ahead. Let me get up out of here then, man. Yeah.
Let's make the move.
What you giving up for? Talk to me. Make it make sense to me, Deke. Make it make sense to me, man. Put your GM hat on. You are the con man now. Hey, drop it in the comment section, too. What y'all
Trying to
willing
trade
to
him a
offer?
third.
What would y'all offer the Raiders for Devontae Adams after the tweet gate?
Here's what I'm doing.
Huh?
I'm
What y'all offering
seeing-
to him, man?
I'm seeing
Or do y'all not want him at all? Drop it in the comment section.
who on this team has a connection to Devontae Adams
Okay.
that might be friends with him.
Who do we know that went to Fresno?
Who can get in contact with him quickly?
We got Robert Golden. He used to play at Fresno State. Maybe he know him. Or no, he from Fresno, played at Arizona. Dang. But he from Fresno, so he got to know him. Yeah.
I'm getting someone to talk
They
to
said
him.
Cordell was recruiting him.
Okay, yeah. We need something like that
Okay.
where we got a guy on the Steelers talking to Adams and saying, like, bro, listen, say to the Raiders,
Mm-hmm.
you only want to go to one team and one team only.
Yeah.
It's us. It's Pittsburgh. So that knocks the trade price that we got to give up to get him down. So I'm offering them like a fourth.
A fourth. Okay.
And Devontae saying, I'm not going to any other team.
Okay.
So you have to trade me to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then we'll negotiate with the Raiders a little bit, and then it will end up being like a second or a third. That's how I'm handling it.
I like that. I like that. You ended
The
with
problem
a second
is,
or a third, though?
here's the problem.
All right, I'm hearing it.
There is one other team that he might want to go to more than us.
Yeah, but I know they wear red, and they're in the same division.
No.
Oh, you talking about the green team that's in
talking
New
about
Jersey?
The Jets, yeah.
There's no way he would want to go to the Jets over the Chiefs, bro.
They're not trading to the Chiefs.
The same way you
There's
just
no
made that
way.
scenario about the Steelers, why can't you make that same scenario about the Chiefs for him?
There's no way.
The same way you just made
I
that
think-
scenario about
I honestly think the
Steelers?
Raiders would just rather him stay at home than trade him to the Chiefs.
Okay.
That would be that embarrassing for them.
Okay.
Like, they can't do that. Unless the Chiefs are giving him 3 first-round picks, 2 first-round picks.
I mean, when you have Patrick Mahomes,
Can't do it. You can't do it if you're the Raiders.
because I'm going to say, if you're the Chiefs, are you tripping on the first round picks? Let's be real about it. What's more important
Two
to you?
firsts?
The 2 firsts having Devontae Adams this year when you just lost Rasheed Rice.
Listen, man, I don't know.
If you the Chiefs,
I don't know if they can afford him.
if you the Chiefs, which one you going with, man?
I don't know if they can afford him. I know we got cap flexibility.
We got plenty cash. Let me see what the chat said, man. Ooh, okay. Russ and a third by Tom Jade. Bruce Masterovic says Calvin Austin and a third. Nick Fornelli says
Like, are
Russ
we trading Pickens to the Browns? There's no way. Or the Bengals.
if they give you a first for.
I would need extreme.
So you would think about
It would be
it's-
2 or 3. It would
if
have
they
to be
gave
crazy.
well, GP and Devontae differ. So if GP's go command 2 first in the division, Devontae will command 3. But if you're the Chiefs that you're talking about this year,
I don't think the Chiefs would do that.
fair.
I'll be honest. I think 3 would be too much.
It would be too much.
I could see them doing 2. I'll be honest.
I can see him doing 2 as
I don't know
well.
if they could afford them though.
After
the Raiders
seeing
aren't
the
doing
way-
that.
After
There's no
seeing
way.
the way that the cap works, I think any team can afford any player. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because there be so many deals that get done. I mean, we still have questions about the Rams. We have questions about how the Niners do what they do. Like, how do you pay these people? How does everybody have these high-end contracts, highest paid at his side, highest paid? How? But they find a way. And I think, man, they can find a way. Now, the big sticking point is the division. Trading that guy to the division, knowing that it's the Chiefs too, I think of like, I don't know if Raiders and Chiefs is that's us versus Bengals or that us versus Ravens or that us versus Browns. Like, I don't know how we view it. I think we're more willing to send somebody to Cleveland than we would to be sending somebody to Baltimore.
Sure.
So I don't know for the Raiders, how do they view their rivalry with the Chiefs? Do they view them as us versus Bengals?
Well,
or
the Chiefs are the best, so no matter how they look at it.
Yeah.
They're the best right now. And I think all the teams after the Chiefs are 2-2. So
okay.
Raiders probably somehow, some way still feel kind of decent about their chances.
Yeah.
Not saying they should, but
I see a lot of thirds though. Tito Goodvibe says he would trade a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
So anywhere in that second and third range, we're willing to go with. And second and third with a player you're willing to go with? I know the Chet's willing to go player. Are you willing to add a player?
Van Jefferson, sure.
Not Calvin, though?
Kind of like the speed I'm seeing.
I do, too. But we're trying to get a Devontae. You know you ain't going to just get him for crumbs. You're going to have to bleed a little bit to go get something like that now. You got to spend a little to get a little.
Yeah, I'd prefer throwing in Van Jefferson than Calvin Austin, especially because of Calvin Austin's punt return ability.
Yes, but if that was the sticking point between you and Devontae Adams, is Calvin Austin the reason why you say no to Devontae Adams?
Probably not.
Oh, that's crazy, Deke. How you going to tell me that and then say, no, I'll probably still just go ahead and let him go? Oh, I thought you was going to bang the table, man, and be like, no, I need Calvin, man. The punt return, the speed, he could jet sweep something, yeah.
We got Roman Wilson. I think Scotty Miller can do some punt returns.
I think we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, bro. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Scotty Miller's done some return stuff, right?
It's pretty fast, man. Yeah, at least go catch it. Yeah.
Because we don't got to worry about kick returns. Yeah, just the punt return guy.
Yeah. I
don't know who our backup is to Calvin Austin, to be honest.
Probably somewhere Roman, Scotty in that convo. I know Minka is the emergency or punt safe. He goes back and catches. I feel like one of our corners, it might be Darius Rush. I feel like one of our corners also is a return. I don't think it's our guys that we currently got out there right now. But I want to say it might be Darius Rush, I think, has some returning in his repertoire as well.
Yeah, I'm doing this trade. I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
Figured out.
Should I go sign a return to man? Go. Hey, where's Switzer?
This is even better than Ayuk.
Switzer, come back here and catch fair cats all day, man. Just fair
Although,
catch that thing. That's all I need, man.
I didn't all the way like Devontae Adams' attitude in the Netflix doc.
Whoa, don't do that. Don't do that. That's different. He had a camera crew around him all day.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible, but there was just sometimes it's like, all right, dude, he's a little too into himself.
He's a big timer. He's a big time, bro. Like this is AB level big time. Not AB level in terms of character, but this is AB level big time. Like,
yeah, maybe I shouldn't blame him because of who was at quarterback last year for him and just that whole situation with McDaniels.
I wish you could have seen just the practice settings when you're used to AB and Seven working together, and then when you have to watch AB work with the others, and then you look at how AB would respond to his work with the others, and we all understood why, because he can't be great if that guy isn't playing great, and you got to demand it out of him, man.
He agrees with me. He said Mason was the best QB for the Steelers last year, best quarterback for the Titans this year.
There it is.
Let him cook.
Shout out to AB. Shout out to AB.
Yeah, just get this deal done.
I want. Go get Devontae. We want him. I'm down for it. I don't even care. I'm definitely down for that one. And knowing that there's real life like issues over there.
Yeah.
Your head coach liking that tweet, bro, that's a real life issue to me, man.
Yeah, so he's like on the block. It's less about the Steelers going out of their way to try to get a guy, but this guy's available. Hopefully that means we can get him for a price cheaper than if we were the ones desperate and calling the Raiders.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a second. Maybe a second gets it done. Because you got to think, we got to take on this contract.
Now, a couple of supers specifically pertaining to this convo, Rod said 2 seconds, a fourth, and Calvin is what he was sending. He says to send it now. 2 seconds, a fourth, and Calvin.
Let's throw Van Jefferson in there instead of Calvin.
and say because he's under contract already, that's why we're going to throw Van. Whereas if Devontae ain't already had the extension, would he get you Calvin? Make it like it's their fault. I like that. All right. Richard Arbizo also had this specifically talking about the. No, not just yet. My bad. We'll get back to you, Richard. I thought you had something specifically about the trade situation. All right.
All right. Devontae Adams cap hit next year's $44 million.
For that
$15 million dead cap though. So
we can get out of it. You saying?
Yeah.
We didn't have worse dead cap before. We didn't set on a 20 with AB before.
I'm sure there's restructuring you could do if you want to keep him around. He's getting up there. He'll be 33 next year, 34 in 2026.
Aging like a fine wine, they say.
He is. So second gets it done, I think.
And he's been relatively healthy. Still producing, even with the roundabout quarterback situations he deals with. So, yeah.
Let's get it done.
I ain't tripping on it at all.
I think we got a ready-made team.
The fact that he...
Get Fields some help.
The fact that he wants out, the fact that the coach has liked that, I'm like, yep, that's fire. Yep, go get him. Pick up the phone, Omar. Pick up the phone. Jamal Curtis says a second and Russ for Devontae. Now, you was already ready to move on for Russ. Would you move on from him with a second for Devontae? Does that work for you?
That seems steep.
How is that steep? It's Russ in a second. You was going to send him to Miami for a singular first-round draft pick or a third.
A second.
Yeah,
but we're also giving up the pick as well.
But it's getting Devontae.
Yeah, I get it. But
and we're clearing out the quarterback controversy.
How bad did the Raiders want Russ?
Because, now you don't have a backup behind Fields outside of Kyle Allen, so it cuts all.
I think that would be really stupid for the Raiders.
Russ wouldn't be. Dude, Aiden, was it Aiden?
No, it's just like you're giving up your top receiver and getting a quarterback. Like you would want to trade for the quarterback and keep your best weapon for that quarterback.
But they might take the approach of let's acquire assets, rebuild draft, rebuild free agency, clear the books on the contract with Devontae.
Why are you getting Russ then?
Because you get him for $1 million. Maybe he'll come in and give you a spark for the year.
I'm sure they'd rather just, if they're going that approach, just see what Aiden O'Connell can do.
Yeah, and I don't think that hurts either. But he's only going to cost $1 million.
Would I do that trade though? A second and Russ.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to get the pick down. If we're giving up Russ, I'd like to get it to be a third or a fourth. I don't think that's stopping me though. I don't think Russ being involved is stopping me from making the move.
All right, let's go.
Don't know if that would be the best that we could do. I think you could talk them out of that. I don't think it would make sense for the Raiders to do that.
But remember, Devontae wants out. So, those are some of the things we're going to deal with. Let's get ready to call the homie TG, man. We're going to hop him right into the convo with us, man. See his thoughts on.
I'll just give him Russ for Adams straight up. Just like we were talking with
that would be nice, too.
The Dolphins, Russ for Jalen Waddle straight up. I'll do that. Yeah, I don't want to be. If we're giving up Russ, Russ is a valuable asset to us right now.
That's how I feel.
I don't want to be giving up him and a second. It's like, dude, right now, honestly, a second and like the chat's saying, maybe a late round pick. Yeah. That's probably fair. I could probably get it done as is.
Oh,
we don't need to be throwing in Russ too.
I do like Russ's value. He brings a lot to the table. Hence the reason why we like him. Let me turn that up a little bit over here.
Hello.
Yeah, talk to me. How you doing?
I'm fine, man. What up?
Okay. Well, y'all know the drill, ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are joined right now by that Pittsburgh Steelers former linebacker. We talking about that West Virginia Mountaineer alumni. They say it's almost heaven over there. I'm talking about one half of the locker mates. My mother freaking locker mate, Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG. What's the word?
Nice.
We're so grateful. Nice. He's here. It's him.
Nice. What's happening? What up?
Man. Everything good. Everything is good. How are you, man?
Everything's everything. Crazy week. Football season. Football full effect, man. You know,
Nah, facts on
ups
that.
and downs, highs and lows, the goods and the bad. It's football season. Let's hear it. We're in full swing.
Hey, it's that time, man. You know it's that time. But let me get to the front of this thing too, man, because I do gotta ask you, right? We're in the middle of this conversation, so I'm gonna paint the scene for you. Devontae Adams, he's on the podcast with K. Adams. Yeah, they bring up how Antonio Pierce, head coach of the Raiders, likes a tweet saying that, Devontae might have played his last snap with the Raiders. So obviously Devontae said he ain't talked to him, he feeling some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word? We like that? We want that?
I think you always want that.
Okay.
You know, that's a superstar. That arguably that's the best route runner in the league.
I would agree.
So you always want that. Like, you never are not against that.
Okay.
You know, you put that with George Pickens. If you put that together, that's nasty. That's elite. That's nasty.
I would agree.
That's nasty. That's nasty. So, I don't know. What do the Raiders need though?
Well, we're trying to figure out with them specifically. Are they going to go to fire sale mode where it's just acquire draft picks, clear the books, and then get ready to reset next year via draft and free agency? Or are you just trying to get rid of him and now, see what you can really get back for him in terms of something that can help you compete this year? We don't know just yet. So we playing through some options, trying to figure out, all right, we throw a receiver over there. Is it a draft pick? Is it a draft pick and maybe a rush? Like, what's your mindset? Because we done had a couple options thrown out right now, man. You might be wanting to throw Najee in there. I don't know how you feeling today. I don't know how you feel. What's his value in your eyes? We'll get to that in a little bit.
I mean, it's kind of like, it's more like, because they, even though they're in the driver's seat, I mean, it's kind of like, what do they need? I think it's more of what they need. And that's what, I'm not all the way positive what they need. Like, I know because they're not just totally in revamp mode. Like, they still over there competing.
Yeah.
Carter Minshew, they over there competing. And I think Devontae was the big piece of, like, man, we over here trying to win. Like, it feel like the Raiders, the team, had a pretty good year and going into something with momentum. That just sounds like it's drama. Like, I don't want to say the AB drama, but that just sounds like star player, we not happy in the building. Like, so, I mean,
but
that's
when it's your head man,
that's how you
though.
steal it.
But hold on.
Steal that with draft picks.
When it's your head man, though, liking the tweet, how do you, like, I think we pass just friendly drama. I think that's real life.
I think that's real life, too. But also, it's like, that's a little bit of, I don't know that we can just totally read that, like, young guy, and not super young, but
TG, come on, bro.
Man, he could just be liking the post, man.
How you liking the post, though? Of all the posts to like, imagine if Coach Tomlin, while you was here, it was a tweet that said, man, Terence Garvin might have played his last snap with the Steelers. And then it say Coach Tomlin with the blue check official account liked. Man,
it could be a lot.
Cut it out, man.
He might have been talking about him with the business decision. Like, that could be a message. Like, we could move on.
You pull it up like, yo, coach, can we talk? Like, what's this about? He said he said he ain't even talked to the man yet. Come on,
bro. They gotta talk.
Come on,
they're gonna try to fix that.
Come
though.
on, man. That's wild. That's wild, man.
If it's just if it's bad like that, then you get it for draft picks. They're gonna give it away. Bad like that,
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah.
If it's bad like that, they're gonna give it away. But if it's not just completely just the most horrific thing in the world, they'll try to fix it real quick.
So, from your eyes, do you think it's fixable?
I don't know what the beef is, Like, what are we mad about? Not getting the ball?
I'm with you, because if you're not on the same perspective of what y'all are arguing, y'all are both gonna just be yelling at each other and nobody's gonna get any type of progress. We gotta be seeing it the same way. So yeah, coach, what are you liking this tweet for? And let me tell you why I feel how I feel. And now let's see what's the difference here.
Man,
But you can't like the tweet, bro. You the head man, bro. You the head man, bro. Like, I get it if you one of my teammates, you made a mistake. Bro, you the boss. That's like you can't be a higher up playing those type of games. Yeah.
I feel that.
That's tough.
I think
that's tough.
And that's what I'm saying. The only thing is, like, he kind of young, Flo. You know, to where it's like
he
that
is, but he ain't though. How old is Antonio
like
Pierce,
Dion
bro?
might have liked it.
Tom,
you get what I mean? Like,
but Prime, I think, gives off a different energy with his social media.
Because why though?
Because Prime makes it it's an intentional thing from Prime to build his social media presence, and you see it with the camera crews. You see it how he tweets. You see it how he posts on Instagram around the clock. Whereas with Antonio Pierce, that's not his brand. Like, he might have social media, but you could tell that's not the focal point of what he's trying to do. Whereas for Prime, I think he wants both of those things kind of parallel. Not only success on the field, but building the brand off of it.
It's still young hip hop though. You know what I mean? It's still young.
That's true.
It's still young. Like, I'm in the mix of. Yeah. I know social media. Like, a lot of these coaches don't even have social media like that.
This is facts.
Like it or dislike it. So that don't mean I'm just more devil advocate in a sense. That don't make it just because he liked it. Oh, it's over.
I feel you. I just think it's crazy though when your boss likes a tweet where we all know the implication is you're not going to be playing here anymore.
Right. We're going to move on.
Yeah, that's all I'm like, you could be on social media. That's when we look at Coach T like, oh, this is funny. Like, oh, this is dope. You on the gram. Like, all right, cool. Rock with it. But he ain't like it. Post about GP. Hey, GP might, man, I don't know if you're going to pay GP or Najee might have played his last snap at the Steelers. Like, he ain't liking that, man. Heck no.
Well, on top of it too, it's not just that. There are reports saying that the Raiders are calling around the league and gauging interest of teams and
where there's
if they want to trade for Devontae Adams.
There's fire, and that's a Devontae Adams.
There's
that's not
smoke.
Like
there is fire, baby. Come on now.
That's a Devontae Adams. Like, that's a best receiver in the league conversation.
Yeah, come on, man. We know what he do. That's sign still deliver. You ain't worried about that.
I'm with you. And that's my whole thing. Like, that's a Devontae. That's like an AB conversation.
It is. Think about Coach T and Mr. Rooney flew down to Miami to talk to AB. Like, hold on, bro. Hey, can we work? Are you sure we can't work this out? You sure we can't come to some common ground? Yeah.
Man.
Come on, man.
And I think that's that whole thing. Like, can we fix this? You sure we can't fix this? Like, that's Devontae Adams. You know, that's arguably best receiver in the league.
Can Antonio Pierce, from your eyes, hit him with the play dumb? Man, I didn't know you took it like that, bro. Man, it was high.
Yeah, and that's more what I'm saying.
Do you think he could do that? Because I think it's a dangerous place to play with that. But I could also, you think, because maybe we looking at it wrong. Maybe he do see it like that. But this is kind of what comes from that. It could be very, very easily misinterpreted. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that could easily just be misinterpreted. Let's figure it out. You know what I mean?
But now, what do you make of what Deke also just said in the sense of them being, reports that they're throwing fillers out there? They're trying to.
That's what I'm saying. It could be the real thing,
seems like
too.
that and that. Yeah. I'm like 1 + 1. Don't tell me, oh, no, I'm high key kid when I see this report saying that I'm on the block and that y'all looking to trade me.
I mean, if I'm any other team, I'm going to find out what's going on, though.
Come on, man. You know we've been on that call. What's that?
Yeah.
What you need?
Everything good over there. We all happy.
He ain't treating you right? Oh, he ain't like your pick, girl? Don't you worry about that.
If he ain't treating you right, we know what to do over here.
Hey, look. Girl, you know I treat you better than any day, girl.
You don't have to deal with that. Coaches don't have to deal with that. You know?
They say, you don't got to be miserable in Vegas. Come to Pittsburgh, man. We treat you like a king over here. Man. You know we know how to handle stars. You know we've had our fair share of stars. All right?
Devontae be a real good.
Come on,
man. He'd be a real good Steeler.
Come on, man. He'd be perfect over here.
TG Fields needs those weapons, right?
Say it again.
Fields needs another weapon out there. We got to help Fields out. Sure. I mean, put the team on his back in the second half. He needs some help.
Oh, bro, that's not just a weapon. That's like weapon X. Like that's like That's one of those D weapons.
So
we know Devontae's going to toe tap on the sidelines. I don't think he's going to fumble either.
Oh. Oh.
That's a lot.
That was heavy. Oh.
With all due respect. Pickens can be Martavis. We need an AB here.
Oh, how we get there? Oh, Lord.
We need a buttoned-up receiver.
You made my forehead sweat, Deke. Lord have mercy, man. I wasn't ready for that one. GP over here just minding his business on the off. He might be out in the community doing the turkey drive and just, bow, take that with you, man. I get the toe taps in, get the hands right, man. Dang, go
no, it's all good. That was just like a tough love statement.
They say all jokes have some truth. Just remember that.
Well, yeah, exactly.
All jokes got a little truth.
That's what they say, just a little bit. Yeah.
I just think that's Devontae. Like when you say elite receivers of the league, that's like literally what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know?
He's wide receiver like, 1 on 99.
Yeah,
outside of Justin Jefferson, I'm taking him more. He's wide receiver 1 on anybody's roster.
Outside of JJ.
Yeah, JJ.
But I'm saying, like,
and I think that's a
in
fight.
reality, and I'd make this argument, and we'd be honest, in reality, when it comes to what Steeler, where they're at, I think he's better than JJ because he's mature, and not that JJ's not mature.
He's just further developed in his game.
Yeah, he could be a mentor for Pickens, whereas Jettas might play into some of Pickens' antics.
Yeah, because he's still in like the I'm getting it, I'm living it, I'm on the front end of this, whereas Devontae has already been front end, sustained it, and now we're like, how much more do you have until you start to get on the back end of it? Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, different mindsets. I'm with you 100% on that. Yeah, I feel like this is a little bit foreign to me, but he kind of gives me Larry Fitzgerald vibes when I watch him at times in the sense of the maturity part. Whereas I do agree with Justin Jefferson. I get more of the AB, like, yo, I'm a rock star. Like, like Devontae is like Devontae, because he might come in here and give you a man of the year award. Yeah, you like no, dead serious. Like I can see that. Like he gives you those type of like good guy off the field, like Larry Fitzgerald also. Yeah, Larry was on that multiple man of the year, just community guy.
You know, that's kind of what you get out of that presence. Like it's a whole.
He went to a great college, great institution.
Devontae went to Fresno State.
No,
right?
We're talking about Fitzgerald.
Well, I'm talking about Fitzgerald.
Why are we talking about him?
Why are we talking about Fitzgerald?
Well, Moats compared him to Larry Fitz, right?
Like, why'd that go? Why we started talking about Fitzgerald? I didn't know where'd that come from.
I thought we said that was the cop. That's all. That's all. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You told me you liked the cop. I just didn't know. I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, well, why are we talking about Fitzgerald?
I ain't mean to go left. I'm sorry. Forgive me. All right. Yeah.
He was brought up by a program that knows NFL ball.
Stop it. Oh.
What it takes to make it to the league.
Nope. I was talking about just the gracefulness and the maturity with him. Shout out to Larry. All right. Shout out to Larry.
Man.
Just shout out to Larry. We just leave it at that. All right.
What are we giving up for Devontae, TG?
That's my thing. What do you have to give up? What has to be given up to get that?
Well, we said the Chiefs are going to start their offer at least a first rounder. So we're going to probably have to go first or something else.
Yeah.
How you feel? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah. So I said Chiefs, we said the Chiefs are probably going to start the bidding war at a first rounder, knowing that they just lost Rashee Rice and it's within their division. So they probably start with the first round offer.
They're not giving them to the Chiefs. There's no way they give them to the Chiefs.
I don't think they're caring about that.
There's no way they give them to the Chiefs.
Like, I don't think that first rounder from the Chiefs is like a gauge for what the market will be.
Okay, fair enough.
Just because I don't think they're trading with them. Unless the Chiefs give them three.
I could see a scenario with it. I could see a scenario, and correct me, TJ, if you feel different, but I could personally see a scenario where the Chiefs say, yo, he's worth 2 first rounders to Patrick Mahomes right now. Take these 2 first rounders. I know you need to rebuild because if you're going to lose Devontae, you're losing 90% of your offensive production anyways. So from here, do you want these first round picks or would you rather play hardball and go take a third and a regular player or a second and a regular player from somebody else that's really not going to make you any closer to us anyways?
That's a rough one because it's the Chiefs. Though.
It is, though.
It's almost like
it's 2 first rounders we talking about also. And you clearing off your contract book as well.
Man, it's almost like I'd rather Man, that means we're really in here beefing. For me to give you to the Chiefs, like
Yeah.
I hate you. Like,
I'm not
like I
saying that it's
can't.
to that. I'm not saying that it's
How
to
much?
that.
How much
but,
do you
but,
hate
but,
him though? If you
right.
trade him to the Chiefs, you're giving him a great opportunity.
Yeah, I ain't saying that they hate him. I ain't saying it's that. But what I am saying is we know that clearly it ain't right.
Man,
The
if I give
reports
you
are
to the
there.
Chiefs,
Reports are there. Head coach like the tweet. Where we at with this? How bad is it? That's what I'm wondering. Because that seems pretty bad to me.
man, for you to give it to the Chiefs, I hate you. Like, we're really beefing really bad.
You just like, yo, get up out of here. I don't care where you go. Just get him out of my building.
Yeah,
Respect.
That's on AB conversation.
Okay.
That's like,
I see what you mean.
I can't deal with it no more.
I see what you mean.
But we didn't
Like,
trade
I
AB
can't-
to the the Ravens or Bengals,
Right.
you know.
But you remember at first AB to the Bills was a thing.
Yeah.
And that's when the Bills was where they sent you to die. And it was like, like,
Yeah,
for me to
because
say-
we weren't gonna put him nowhere, and that's what we low key said. Go to Vegas, go play
Yeah.
the Raiders. Or
Go to
actually,
Vegas
they
then.
were in Oakland still, weren't? No,
Yeah, what's funny about
They
that
were
is
still
I think
in
it was just
Oakland.
the fifth for AB
Yeah.
to go to the Bills. So yeah, we probably did just try to say, all right, man, you were
That's what I'm
messing with us
saying.
here.
Yeah.
We're just sending you to a terrible place.
Yeah,
We don't
send
even
you to the
care about the
wherever.
pick
Yeah.
because we got a third whenever we sent him to the Raiders.
I ain't
We
even
got
think
better
about the third.
compensation.
Yeah, but we knew we were gonna eat the $20 million in dead cap, so that was kind of our.
I think we were
really
sending
don't
a
care.
message to AB
Yeah.
there. I mean, it was like, yeah, let's just
And that's
we'll
my
send you
thing,
we'll send
Bree.
you up to
Okay.
Buffalo, see how you like it
Okay.
up there.
I
We don't
like
care
that.
about compensation.
I
We
like
could get
that.
For me
we
to-
could get something better, but
Yeah, I like that. I can see
But
that.
it's kind of like to send you to the literally crosstown rival.
Yeah,
Like the team we got the fake mascot and all for at preseason. Like the team, like, come on, and you're not sending like. I don't even want to be like you're not sending Xavier Worthy over there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you're not sending.
Just a guy for some picks.
Yeah.
You sending the guy.
You're sending Devontae Adams over there. Like, it just didn't work with y'all. Like, it could go take over the league. And you send it across the street,
But
that's a lot.
But you don't want them 2 first-round draft picks though.
I love how that sounds, though.
Because that's my thing. I think the Chiefs would be willing to do that. And I don't think it's a lot of teams that would be willing to do that while you still got to take on his contract. But I think
2
for the
first rounders
Chiefs,
to catch your attention, though.
that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I think that changes the whole dynamic of what you're saying. Because I do
But a
agree,
Chiefs-
but that's why I feel like it
But a
has to be
Chiefs
2.
first. Only thing I argue, a Chiefs first round pick is almost a second round pick.
And
though.
low key, you know, that's also a fact.
so it might have to be 3.
But are 2
so-
first-round draft picks worth more to you than a second and some player or a third and some player?
But you're basically giving me 2 seconds because we know you pick at the bottom all the time anyway.
But worst case, what if that's 2 JPJ caliber players versus let's see, second, third round picks? How do we feel?
I mean, you just got to factor it being the Chiefs though into it.
Yeah.
It's the Chiefs, though, man.
Okay. That's
Maybe
why
one.
I said
That's
this,
the
that's why I
X
said the
factor.
2 first round.
Because
That's why I said the
obviously,
2 first rounders.
obviously
Like,
they could
yeah.
probably they'd be willing to give the best deal.
And they'll find a way to turn that into somebody that can fly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to do that.
that would be the best deal.
Not-
But
I don't think you
can
can
you look at
trust
your
that
fan
deal.
base? And say, hey, we,
Can you look at your fans?
It's almost like Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles. You know, the Giants let him go. And
Like, that's
that
like,
might actually be a good move for the Giants. But
man, that's like if they would have traded AB to the Ravens. Like,
Yeah, it was
wait,
like,
what?
hey, well, but if it would have been for 2 first, would you have said that too?
But the Ravens?
But if it was 2 first
dude,
round,
I don't know.
Because
No, think of how we reacted when AB somehow finagled his way up to New England.
I'm
I don't
with you.
think there's an amount that we would have been cool
Like,
with to send AB to the Patriots.
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It
Like,
would've been
if
like,
it was 2
no,
first
bro,
round draft
that ain't
picks, what would
happening.
y'all say?
Like, bro, you send Devontae Adams across the country.
To the different division, NFC.
Yeah.
You go NFC. We're not gonna see you again.
you don't even want that
seeing you again.
opportunity to pull back to Vegas. Like, you send that all the
we
way
never
across
see this
the
again.
country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to Carolina, buddy. All right.
Go to Carolina.
Hey, you'll find yourself in New Orleans or Tampa
You
used to
can't
be a
even go
bad
to
spot.
Carolina right now.
Yeah.
Carolina's about to do a yard sale too. But it's kind of like Devontae is crazy. I know you'll love this, but that's That's a Buffalo candidate. You know what I'm saying?
You know we are. Come on, man. You know the eyeball is already eyeballing. We just on the other channel right now, man. Don't do me like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like Buffalo.
As soon as I seen, I said, "Ooh, that perked me right on up." Hey, Raiders.
Moats asked me what other teams were the Raiders called.
TG.
I can see something like
your enemy is my friend, baby. You don't like the Chiefs. We don't like the Chiefs, man. Come on,
you don't like them neither. I feel that.
No. Hey,
I'm sure Pittsburgh got a call.
Could do them dirtier than you could do them. Hook us up. What's up? You know I take care of you. Yeah,
man. We'll never throw them the ball over here. We'll let them sit there.
All right.
I already know.
All right. Yeah.
I already know. Man, I can see somebody like, because aren't the Eagles kind of sneaky in the market for a receiver? They trying to do something? Because they trying to flip some stuff over there.
They have AJ
they
Brown
sneaky over there in the market
Devonta
for a
Smith.
receiver.
No. What about your boy in New Jersey?
Yeah, that's the one.
The Jets.
The Eagles?
The Jets.
I mean, the Jets?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. But it's just how do they... And then maybe they could send Hassan Reddick out in a pick or something. That would make sense.
Ooh, I ain't even think about that.
That would be nice. Here, take this.
Fined. But I think the Jets want to play hardball with that, though, forever now. I think they want to hurt him.
You take my headache and I'll take yours.
I don't know. I feel like the Jets are giving a way different energy with the Hassan Reddick situation, man. It's to the point, I think that they trying to prove a point to him, like, bro,
I can see that being improved.
Yeah, we're going to break your pockets. Yeah. Like, you want to play, let's play.
We're too far gone. We either have to get it done.
Yeah.
Or you're never going to walk this off.
Right? Yeah, because he's already 5 in the hole. 5 M's. I said, oh my gosh, you are tripping.
And he hasn't blinked yet.
You catch what I'm saying?
He ain't blinked.
I just think ownership going to win that fight every time, man.
I know where you at with that.
Because it's not like the L Bill sitting out and not acquiring the 14. We saying he's sitting out and losing money via fines. So
are they even talking?
Huh?
Like, are they even having conversations, though?
I don't think that they have been having conversations. That's why they keep reporting that these are fine amounts. I'm like, that is very different than L. Bell deciding to not sign his contract and just leave 14 on the table. Leaving it on the table and subtracting it from what you currently have are two totally different things, man. That's why I'm like, bro, you better get either in there or figure out something because, bro.
But that's just coming out of... Is that coming out of the already had or is that coming out of the contract?
That's the fine money. So when we hit you with this here fine, this is what you're going to be paying. That's the way that it's no different than you're under contract. You stop showing up to work. They hit you with the 30, the 30, the 30, the 30, the 30. That type of concept.
But I think the thought is with that he'll get back in and sign something bigger.
And I think that's what he is thinking, yes. And we even seen that in Seattle. That was the Cam Chancellors, the Marshawn Lynches. That's typically how it worked out with them. The only difference is they were homegrown in those situations, whereas he just got...
We don't know you.
Right. You just came over here through a trade, and you talking about you don't want to be here. Man, we don't owe you anything. You know that.
And we still finding ways to win. We're straight.
Yeah. They like, bro, we don't need you. We don't know you. But since you want to play, let me hurt your pockets because I can do this a lot longer than you can.
I feel that.
Hey, we got an update on the Davante Adams situation.
Tell me something.
A little bit, nothing crazy.
What color? Blue and red or black?
No. We got Cordell Patterson responding to the K Adams video on Twitter.
All right, what did he say?
Saying that he sounds like he's a Steeler.
Ooh, I see you, Cordero. I see you.
Little recruit.
Say it again. Say that last part.
Cordell Patterson responded to the K Adams video where she interviewed Davante Adams on Twitter about the whole Antonio Pierce situation, and he said he responded or commented and said, "Look, sounds like Davante's a Steeler."
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a little something.
Hey, were you a fan of the recruiting? How you think that goes over, man?
I'm always for the recruiting. I don't think that's recruiting right here. He don't have no leverage. He gotta sit there and go where they tell him to go. He don't have no leverage.
Does he got a no trade clause? What's his contract situation? We know that's what the Russ did, right? Because Russ had the no trade clause, and that's why he could dictate where he was gonna go.
That's what I'm saying. He don't have that. He can't.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think, you know what I mean? Some people no, I'm not playing there.
Because he might have it. You know, he a big fish, so he might have that.
Big fish, though. It's big fish.
Yeah, he big fish. That's
Man, that Raiders thing never was what it was for him. Like, he never liked
he went
being
for
there.
one, and then that left, and now he was stuck. And this is like coaching situation. Bro, think about the coaching situations that he kind of dealt with over there, bro. Like, he got a lot going on, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he ain't go over there to get into that.
Come to Pittsburgh, get some stability in your life, man. You know what time we on.
He'll love Pittsburgh, though.
I already know. He'll love Coach T.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, it'll fit everything he looking for.
Adams does not own a no-trade clause in his contract.
So that means he is not in the driver's seat.
But I'll be real, they'll send him to Pittsburgh. And that would make sense.
You think they would?
That. Yeah, for sure. They'll do that. Sure. I think they're right now. I think they're right everything. Like, I think they'll send him to Pittsburgh because it's far enough away.
They don't view us as a threat, though? Same conference and everything?
I get that, but it's far away.
Or we play him next week, actually.
I'm sure they would rather send him across the total seas, but they would consider Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh come up before Kansas City come up.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
I just don't know if we're going to – because we trying to swindle you. You know that. We don't give you the best deal. We give you that janky deal. I just think that –
I think Pittsburgh come up before Buffalo come up.
I think Buffalo would give a better deal than Pittsburgh would, though. I think Omar is going to try to get the best deal for the Steelers out of it, whereas I think Buffalo would be willing to do more because
they give them whatever they need.
Yeah, I know what that does with what we got up there. Come on, bro, stop.
Let's make it enough.
You thought Diggs was a problem. Wait till you get a load of that one. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel that.
Yeah. I do. So they would definitely do more, but that's my thing. I'm like, I don't know. I think with us, man, I don't think we could swindle this one. That's all.
How are the Bills affording this?
No, that's the other part. I don't trust any caps, though. I told you. The way that teams have shown over these past couple of years, the ability to trade for people, pay people, extend people, have most people on highest this, highest that. The Niners recently, the Rams before them, I still don't know how any of that money was being paid out to those players. But
the Niners is a pit stop at best, though.
Fair.
Yeah,
but with all of it, it still is just crazy in terms of how does that work with the cap? Because the assumption is the cap is this hard cap and it can't be over than that. But you look at their numbers and you're like, bro, this don't make no sense here, man.
Right? How do they pay all these people?
So that's all I'm saying. I feel like there's a will, there's a way, right? If they want to get that deal done, they make that deal done and they'll make them numbers work. I don't know how.
I know the 49ers just dealt with all that Brandon Ayuk drama, man. Yeah. There's no way they can't figure that out.
Yeah, send them to Buffalo, though. Send them to an overrated, washed up, middle of the, just, yeah.
I mean, somebody like Cleveland might pop up. They already trying to do something with
See, I don't
Cooper.
know. I can see them trying to move Cooper.
They need to trade for Flacco.
Looking for that.
I just could see them doing Coop and a pick, and now we both happy. You know?
Yeah, that's what they offered to the 49ers for Ayuk.
Yeah, like Coop and a pick.
Yeah.
Coop and a pick, everybody's happy.
Would you send Coop and a pick to Kansas City? Because somebody's going to have to trade with Kansas City, bro.
No, I think all 31 teams need to have to do business
with them, bro.
No wide receiver trades to Kansas City.
Like, what time it is, bro. Somebody's going to make that trade.
I think people know not to do that type of business. Like, and I'll be real with you. Somebody's going to send a superstar.
Yeah,
somebody's going to send a superstar over there.
You know why they're going to do it? Hey, TG, are you ready for this? It's 32 owners, right? They all in bed together. And what makes this league go? The stars, right? The money. And what are the stars? Who are the stars in this league? The quarterbacks. What do the quarterbacks need? Weapons. So we're going to say the biggest star in the game right now who has lost his only realistic weapon right now. Everybody just shut that out. We don't want to see that get a chance. It's going to be teams that know that they aren't even legitimately competitive in the sense of winning the playoff game or winning the Super Bowl. And they're saying, bro,
but that's like Carolina. That's like Carolina.
Yeah, I'm like, I can see them sending a Deontay over there. And I'm like,
Carolina clear that thing out.
A Deontay over there. Ooh.
Yeah.
They're
going to fall into somebody. I'm not saying
Johnson that. with a Mahomes. Oh, like I can see one of these teams being like, yo, I don't care. We're going to make more money anyways. Let's go. We just got the new TV deal. We ain't tripping.
But everything with a Mahomes is ooh.
Yeah.
Everything with a Mahomes is ooh.
I mean, we've seen him win it with a very, very, unique group of ball catchers over there, man.
Man, Xavier Worthy got drafted and
Come
they was
on,
like,
bro.
ooh,
That's scary all of a sudden. Ooh.
I know that's scary. That's the new
He could have
Tyreek.
went to Tennessee. He could have went to Jacksonville. Nobody said anything. They're like, oh, he's just a guy. He go with Mahomes. Like, hey, bro, what you doing? People was mad with Buffalo for trading the pick. It was like, yo, why would you do that? Like, bro,
it's like
bro,
that's
what?
more what I'm saying.
It's like, why would you even do
that?
that?
Like, if they can make stuff work, like whatever they get is that because that's Mahomes effect.
Yeah.
So, like, somebody will go over there. Somebody's gonna go over there, and whoever goes over there is automatically now a superstar.
We didn't even like Hollywood Brown signing over there. Think about how we kind of like, yo, he about to be nice over here. He got Mahomes.
Yeah, it's like you gave them people all that speed. So, I mean, it's just whatever they get is hot. Whatever they get is hot. I believe.
Be interesting, baby. It's gonna be interesting. All right. Anything left on Devontae? Anything deep?
Yeah. So TG, what do you think we got to give up?
I don't know if Pittsburgh got what he need. He gotta get it a little bit more desperate. Like, I think Pittsburgh gotta give up like a second, a third. I just don't know what they need.
I could live with that. I could live with a second, like a future
second,
third.
a third, or a second and something.
Do you throw a player in there? Would you put a Calvin Austin in there?
Sure. For sure.
Would you go a second in Calvin Austin or a second and
sure.
third in Calvin Austin?
Second and third in Calvin, see if they bite on that.
Okay. How'd you feel about that?
We'll try the second in Calvin Austin first before throwing in the third. But
I just don't think Calvin appeases them. Like, it's just a matter how mad they is with him over there, though.
Okay.
Are they sick of him?
Because you need a value player. Calvin, I think, has the most value of the guys that we will be willing to trade on offense. Because we saying GP's untouchable. We saying Move untouchable.
Raiders are hurting at running back.
Are they though?
That's what I say. Like they just got rid of a Josh Jacobs. Yeah, they weren't tripping on that.
Man, Zamir White.
Are they?
Alexander.
But
Madison.
they wasn't tripping for them to even let Josh
That's
Jacobs
what I'm saying.
go.
They let Jacobs go. They ain't tripping.
Zamir White has 3.1 yards per carry right now.
But bro, that's my thing is we not talking about is they gotta feel kind of decent to feel like they could just let this Devontae go too, right?
Yeah.
So it's something in there that they kind of like. So it's like, what might complement that to let that explode a little bit bigger? I think is what they're talking. Like, what do we need? Do we need a little speedy receiver? Do we need a running back? Do we need a DB?
What's Van Jefferson's market to you?
I don't know if that moved the needle, but I think that'd be interesting. Give me Van Jefferson, a 2 and a 3.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like, which one do you think has more value from the Raiders' perspective, a Calvin Austin or a Van Jefferson? Because
I think Van Jefferson's interesting.
Oh, okay. See, I think Calvin Austin because he's younger with the punt return and the speed part.
I get that. I think a Van Jefferson's. Well, I mean, it's one a little bit older, can move. It's veteran-y. Mm-hmm. It's veteran-y. It's West Coasty.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Already
you know how that
before
is
too. Proven before.
Yeah. And kind of like it's West Coasty. You know how that is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's from over there a little bit. I can see that. I think his dad coaches somewhere around there too. Like he might be at Arizona. I'm not positive where he's at. I can see that.
Okay.
Those things fact. Yeah, I'll give you some,
Okay.
Insider trade.
I like it. I get nervous when you be talking about dudes being from Cali, man. Just remember how you was described some players before, man. He's like, hey, man, it's West Coast dude, bro. It's like, is he physical?
Coast.
He's West Coast guy, man. It's different. It's West Coast.
Yeah, a little bit different.
I like it, man. All right, so kind of all in that second, third, and a player, or second, first, or second and a player initially before we start offering more, correct?
Well, I'm trying to send him a fourth first, but I'll go up to a second, and second and something else if we got to.
All right,
I think that's fair.
But you ain't go. My whole thing is I'm with all that. You just ain't gonna be able to lowball that.
You can't lowball it. Yeah.
I'm just like, how hard are you gonna try to lowball this? You know?
Because I'm like, you can start that off at 4, and he would be like, all right, I'll holler at you next time, man.
Yeah,
You already know what
you
this
don't want
is.
to.
Yeah.
You don't want to scare it off. You don't want them to be like, all right, the Chiefs is definitely the best. I'm getting taken.
Well, you got to get Devontae Adams in on it, saying like, I'm only gonna be happy. I'm only gonna be good if I go to Pittsburgh. Like so no other team's gonna want to trade for a disgruntled Devontae. So he's got to play a little hardball here too. He's got to be in.
Is that what we going for?
That's what we got to do. We got to get someone on the Steelers to talk to Devontae before all this.
Who's the inside connected Devontae, man? Yeah.
I think we get a breaking news before we get that. I think we get that breaking news.
It'll be in Kansas City before that happens, man. Hey.
Yeah, I just don't think he'll get that off. Like, oh, that's what you want? All right, here, go here. Like, I think with that comes like, oh, yeah, give me the 4th. I don't care what you give me. Just get him out of here. But you're not going where you wanted to go.
Oh, you said that's what you really, really wanted? You going to be really, really happy?
That's what you really, really wanted?
Oh,
I'm going to send you the complete opposite.
Bet. I got you. Say less.
Or go be a Ram.
He said,
go be a Ram.
You know you want to be in Arizona? Come on over here to Arizona.
Go to Arizona. Mm-hmm. You know? Stay out here. Go to Arizona. We'll keep an eye on you.
All right. Well, I like it, man. Shout out to this Devontae Adams situation, man. And hopefully we have some more positivity our way before it all concludes. All right. Man. But next up, man, you know we got to holler at you. Steelers having their first defeat of the year, Indianapolis. Talk to us, man. What happened in your eyes? How'd you feel about it? And congregation, if y'all enjoying the convo today, hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You know how we do it. TG on the line. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Just slow start, you know, going down 14-0. Like, it's hard to spot teams' points. I thought they had more issues this game. Little stuff, QB center exchanges, you know. They had, like, you could just see people going free a little bit more. It just didn't feel as tight.
Too many blown coverages, man. Too many blown.
Yeah, it just didn't feel as tight. It felt like they gave them a lot. And, you know, in the league, you can't give nobody nothing.
Absolutely not,
so,
man.
It kind of felt like that. I think they still look, they running the ball. They looking to run it. But I think they still trying to just find a total, which runs work. Yes. I thought that Cordell Patterson sparked a little spark. I thought he ran hard. He ran well. He's just a little bit older, man. That landing, like, the way you land is different. You get a little bit older.
Time on TG, you said if you ain't built like Najee, you can't do that? What you saying?
Man, you're a little bit older, man. I didn't even see how he got hurt.
Is that what you
I thought he landed solid, man. I just think a little bit older, man.
Hey, this is all due respect. Shout out to Cordell Patterson. Y'all know I'm a fan.
I thought he was running hard.
But I'm with you though, bro. I was like, yo, where did he get hurt at?
Yeah, I was like, where'd he get hurt at?
And then I was looking at the tackle. I'm like, oh,
just a little bit older,
that's
man.
Tough. That's tough.
And that's why you got to kind of save that. I think you got to figure out what you're going to do with that.
Let Najee take the body blows, man.
Yeah, but they just down on running backs, man.
They are.
They down. So.
Because, they say even with Warren, man, he's supposed to be potentially working back. But even with him, man, it's like, man, they leaking oil right now, man. Yeah.
And, you know, I'm always for the guy you don't know. He coming there and run hard. But they just kind of shallow at that running back.
Yeah.
I thought Justin Fields played all right, though.
Okay.
I didn't think he played bad.
Okay.
He don't turn the ball. Like, he do well keeping the ball. You know? He do well, like, not making just bad. They call him game managery right now. And he kind of is game managery, but he's dangerous.
That's
like at any point,
them legs, bro. You like, all right.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. At any point, he could take off. And that's an element of, like, that just to change the game. You got to plan for that. It makes you change your plans. Like, no, we're not going to run these because it might take off. You know, so I don't know. I thought they did all right. Like, tough loss, away loss. I think the Colts one of them sneaky tough teams too. You know, even though they was down some pieces, like that's a sneaky tough team.
I know you got all happy over there when they went from your boy A. Rich having his best 2 drives of his career, and then your myth, your legend, your GOAT, Joe Flacco coming in there. Oh, I know you was over there just a smiling ear to ear, huh?
You know, I grew up on Flacco, man.
He was.
I always say
the Joe Flacco.
I grew up on Flacco. And there's always a little bit of an element of like, I've seen this defense a lot. Like
No,
I do know this defense.
that is
You
actually
know,
real. You know
call it what
that's
you
real.
want. I've seen
That's
this
real.
defense a lot. Like I know this
Yeah,
defense.
I know if
So
Coach Tomlin is still there, I know what this defense is. I
yeah, I
don't
know
care
what they
what
want
you
to get
said.
to.
Yep.
Yeah, I know a little bit of what he's
And
thinking.
if you're thinking about sending Cobra, I've seen that too many times now.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
I've
I done
seen that
seen
way
that
too
so
many
many.
times now.
I done seen
Yeah.
that through all your elements.
Right.
Like
You call it Cobra,
yeah,
you call it Cat, you call it the quarter blitz, you call it whatever you want to call it.
whatever
We
you
know
want
what
to call
time
it.
this
I done
is, bro.
seen it.
Yeah, I
I
done
done
seen it
seen
too
it.
many times now. Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought it was tough. I thought they planned. It might sound, but I think you can plan for AR, and then when Flacco come in and throw you off because it's a total new
Oh, they
style.
night and day.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a new game. It's new plays coming out of that. It's Flacco's more like I'm gonna let it rip. He let this it was like this hitch rip,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
Mika had a shot at it, but you can see he let it rip. I don't, and AR has a cannon. I don't know if AR finds that. So I think it's just a little bit more of like, hey,
That's
make
real.
him find it. This is the guy that's going to find it.
Yeah.
While AR might have been more like some of them blitzes might have been a little bit more like make him find that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just different style, different quarterback. That's not no bad team though, bro. They scrappy. Like they are scrappy. They one of them teams. They one of them teams that could get with you every week. One of the teams make the playoffs and you look up like how they make it. So they're tough. Like that's just a tough loss.
Now, did you get a chance to see the Minka Fitzpatrick hit the
Yeah, what they called the flag.
Yeah, how'd you feel about it, man?
I thought that, I'm a defensive guy, man. I thought that was terrible.
Talk to me. Yeah.
I'm always a guy. What do you want them to do? What do you
Facts.
want? What do you want this person to do? Because it's kind of like it looks better in slow mo. Like everything looks more violent in slow motion.
Of course.
But it's like, what do you want this person to do? Like, because if he's not running full speed, that's the only way he can make that play.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're almost penalizing somebody for playing hard. Like that's.
I would agree.
You can see the intent of, because the definition of it is head to head or forceful contact.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like nothing
contact,
was nothing was forceful about that, and it wasn't like a defenseless receiver in a sense. So it's kind of like, what do you do?
Yeah.
If you fall and you slide and you cleat them, now you're definitely getting a flag. If you like, what can you do? If you curl up, you might hurt yourself. It's like, what do you do in that moment? So I just think that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. But I think of just a year ago, the Indy situation, different play, but bang circumstances. The DeMonte Casey play, where he got ejected for it, and we're like, all right, you are first off making a terrible decision to throw this ball where you're throwing it. Casey's coming at full speed trying to get to it, and you have to make the decision of, do you just allow this guy to catch the football, or are you not allowed to go and try to make a play on the ball or try to separate the receiver from the ball without being ejected?
I always think about that Josh Allen played that slide and they called that flag on it.
No.
Man.
That was the Kenny Pickett joint you talking about. Kenny with the slide. Kenny slide, man. Josh, he ain't fake no slide. He ran.
Is that what it was?
And dudes was scared to get
the
ran
fake
over.
Slide, and then he slid late.
Nah, man.
I ain't talking about the fake slide.
Man.
I'm talking about the slide.
That was
somebody
a slide
fall
too,
on
man.
him.
Somebody hit him, man. Y'all know y'all
Somebody
can't be hitting these
fall on
quarterbacks, man. Don't do that, dog. Don't do that. That's crazy. It's a quarterback-driven league. Y'all know y'all can't hit these quarterbacks like that, man. You got to stuff these quarterbacks. That's actually crazy that y'all are saying it like that. That's crazy. TG, that's crazy. Y'all talking like this right now, man.
He stunted the Steelers comeback.
Man.
Mason was leading the charge.
Somebody won't follow the rules. They say, when the quarterback slide, the onus is on the defender. All right? So the onus is on the defender. That's how they word it. The onus. I never even heard of onus until they said it's the onus is on the defender. So all right, I'll learn what that means then. Yeah, that means it's your responsibility, player. Yeah. Quarterback driven league. But anywho, we're gonna get back to a positive side because I don't like how y'all bringing up that negativity over there. All right. Going back to Justin Fields though. So specifically, man, talk about some of the things that you like, some of the pros with him, but at the same time, man, what were some of the areas that you want to see improvement from, or you were just kind of like, I don't want that in his game too much?
I like to see him take a little bit more aggressive, but it might not be there. I don't know what's happening super duper just downfield, but I like to see him take a shot or two. I'd like to see him give GP a couple more shots on goal. I think GP is so dangerous that if you give him a shot, good things can happen. You know, whether it's a pass interference, a catch, just 2 of the 3 good things can happen. So it's like I'm always for trying to get that connection, just keep that hot. I thought it heated up a little bit, but just I know the AB
force
way.
Feed
Like,
it.
You might see it.
Get fed off these targets.
He still had 100-something yards.
He ain't getting enough targets. He said we need.
I think he got targets. 5 catches though. Yeah, like 5 catches.
No, it was 7 catches. 7. Oh, he dropped a touchdown.
7. How many targets was it? 8 or 9?
That's what I'm saying. Like
probably 8 or 9.
Yeah. I'll pull it up real quick. I think he only had like 9 targets.
Like I just feel like he should be
7 catches, 11 targets.
7 catches. That's not bad though. That's not a bad day.
And the targets definitely picked up in the second half. We would agree with all that too.
He's the 8-4 though. He's the guy that's like you gotta.
15
I think
targets.
He touches it 10 times.
Give my man 15 targets, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. See what happens.
We could do some screens to him instead of some of these runs up the middle.
Or even give him a quick slant. Or even slants. I like slants more than the screens with him.
He's not super duper to run after catch guy though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like in a sense of like that. Yeah, I can see a slant. He get that going.
Because that's the Cincinnati play.
Yeah, he'll take that
last year when he split and then hit it. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do that. But the screens, I don't know that he's a screen, and I'm finding it Debo style. I don't know that.
How you feel about? I like a drag route with him. You could do that.
I like a drag. I just want to get him the ball though.
Get him in motion. Get him catching it.
I'm just trying to get him the ball. I might send him in that motion like they doing that hot motion right now and give him a hitch. See what happens. You know, that little 200-meter motion that they doing right now, like that Tyreek Hill motion.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Get him running. Yeah, let you feel that speed. Let him hit it and see what happens. Like he's just dangerous with those moments. You know, so.
So you want Fields to take more of them opportunities towards the homie GP then. We like that.
I like to see him take a couple more shots, and I definitely don't want them quarterback center exchanges. Like, you don't want that on the ground.
Yeah.
That's just one of the main things.
Is that when you West Virginia dudes, or is that the quarterback, man? What's going on? Because you know they say that's your man's at center, bro.
That's always on the quarterback. You know the law.
Talk it.
Yeah, it's always on the quarterback. What are you talking about?
You stay off my man, yo. Frazier do nothing wrong. What y'all talking about, man? It's quarterback issue, bro.
You know what I mean?
Quarterback
the
issue.
D-line went the wrong way. The linebacker told
LB's
him which way to go.
Facts. That's the LB's fault. You know
line that thing up. What are you talking about?
What you mean you let them slant the wrong way, coach? I did not know that the whole D-line was going to go the wrong way. Well, you're the linebacker. That's your responsibility. Yep.
Yeah. Which way did you tell him to go? You know? So, one of them. But, I mean, I just like that. Besides that, I don't think he's playing bad. He's using his legs. He's not just turning the ball over. He's being smart, not being dangerous. I think he's keeping it like he's not killing the person off yet. You know, he ain't had that monster. Just this is your show day yet. So
I feel like he balled out though in that second half. 300. What was it? 312 passing yards, 50 on the ground.
I'm not saying I think
all those
he played well
touchdowns to bring us back.
But I ain't had that day that's like that just.
He needed to close. I think when we got it with 2 minutes down 3.
So the zombie is still alive is what you telling me.
Not to me.
Zombie's
still
alive.
Russ is still coming is what you telling me.
Not to me.
For sure. That's what I was like.
This is Fields' team. TJ, so you're open to starting Russ.
What did Coach Tomlin say? What did Coach Tomlin say, man?
I haven't named nothing for no reason. Like, we're not bothering.
They say, yo, have you seen enough from him just yet to where now he is surpassed? He said, we ain't there yet. Not today. I said, oof.
Yeah, let's.
All right.
Let's just stay focused on today.
Yes, I caught exactly what that meant.
Well, they're saying Russ is up in his practice participation this week.
Man, he's starting to move a little.
There's no way. Like you can't start Russ this week. You can't start Russ at home this week, bro. I think the fans will. The fans will be pissed. The fans will riot.
He said, do that. He said, we supposed to get an uptick in Russ. We're looking forward to see what that looks like this week.
No way.
I'll let the participation be the guide. I said,
give Fields Sunday night at home.
It could get weird.
No way.
It could get weird.
It's coming, though. You're going to see Russ.
Because he for certain said it. Deke, you heard the same thing I heard. My man say, I'm not there yet. I'm not there today. No. Because that was the whole purpose. Has Fields done enough to this point to where he surpassed Russ to be the guy,
Tomlin lies.
And his hope doesn't matter anymore.
He lies to the media.
I'm with you.
But
he lied about that.
I don't think it's happened yet.
Yeah,
and I think right now, I'll be real. Like, it's Phil's show right now. I'm not saying that. It's Phil's show right now. and it's Phil's show moving forward in a sense, right? But I don't think he's killed him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's his show right now, and nothing. As long as he don't do nothing, that's just he ain't gonna just get switched.
Right.
Eddie, I'm trying to see how to put it. Like it's ready to be switched. So, you know, it's kind of like the first sign of
Two
it.
turnovers. If it was any time where it looks like we about to get uncomfortable, what TG is saying is that's when that could happen.
Like he don't have a lot of my bads in there.
Facts.
Like a couple of my bads.
So think about when Mason first got benched going into that Bengals game for Doug Hodges. We knew he was coming off of that Browns game where he had a bad game, and it was like, all right, we know you kind of on thin ice, and it started off, and it was just like, Yeah,
but Mason had, 7, 8 games up to that point.
No, but we're just saying in general, that's going to be the feel is what he's saying, because this ain't Doug Hodges, this is Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's a different
That's
monster.
what he said. Yeah.
I don't think it should be that way. I think Fields should get a game. I think he's earned some benefit of the doubt here with how he has played. But I'm not saying you're wrong though either. I don't know how Tomlin would handle some Fields hiccups.
And
I just think this is Fields' team. Like
I think it's just because it's Russ.
It's Russ. I think that's the only thing that changes.
Thing.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that changes is Russ. I think it's any
Fields
other
been
quarterback.
Balling, man.
If it's any other quarterback, I think you're absolutely right. I just think with Russ, that's how many Russes are there walking around? It's like if Ben is on your roster or if Rodgers on your roster, it's like even if they are old, you still know, like, bro, these dudes. It's the reason why we talk about Joe Flacco. It's like, we've seen Joe Flacco reach a certain height before, and we can never not see that again. So you have that certain level of respect for where it's like, he's done that already.
And that's fine. Man. Fields been balling, though.
He has been, yeah.
Russ is 0-0 for the Steelers right now. Fields 3-1. Coming off, again, I think his best performance yet, even though it wasn't a loss. Roll with him, man. I don't like this. I don't like this kind of keeping it open out there. I know that Tomlin doesn't have to do it right now, but, man, I don't know. Pick a guy. It's going to have to happen. It's either going to have to happen at some point this week or it's going to be next week because Russ is getting healthier and he's going to be available. So Tomlin's going to have to make a decision about who the quarterback is aside from Russ's health and if he's available. I think right now, I don't know how you can't say Fields. If let's just say Russ is full participant today. I don't know how you can't say Fields.
Then Fields would start, but Russ would get in.
He'd get in?
Yeah, he'd get in.
Are you saying you think Fields will play bad?
No, I'm saying
they're gonna find a way to see him.
Yeah, I'm saying you'd see it.
Is Russ. I think that's
I don't like that at all.
I feel like people view Russ as a washed or bad quarterback because we haven't seen him and because he left from Denver. But like you said, his worst season, if Justin Fields did that, Justin Fields is in Chicago. If Kenny did it, Kenny is still here. If Mitch did it, Mitch is here. If Mason did it, then Mason would be here, etc. So it's like, I think that's the part that even though we like what we're feeling in this moment, I think for Coach T, he still respects that and puts it on a higher level. So it's like for Justin to be able to surpass that, it's going to take more. And I think a lot more because he's also seen and coached against Russ and not just seeing what that's like in the regular season, but he's also had a chance to see it handle postseason, handle those high pressure situations as well. So I just think that's why he has a deep trust that, I know what this can do. That's why I went and got this one first. But I like the intrigue with this, and I'm loving what I'm seeing thus far. But this one has still, what it's already been able to accomplish at this level,
right.
I think that's still very appealing because there's nothing like having a veteran signal caller, man. A dude that knows what he's doing, is always going to get you on the right call, not going to make the mistakes, can actually score you a ton of like, that's what Russ's game is. Even last year, that's what he was still on. It wasn't perfect, and we saying on his worst year, it was still better than their quote unquote best years.
Yeah, I'm in the here and now. The Fields is balling.
I'm with you. 4 games now. Let's do it. But we do know last year was just last season. That's all I'm saying. And outside of 4 games, what has been the negative that we've seen from Russ that says, oh yeah, he can't do that again, or even better in a better situation? It's when we look at Fields and say Fields is doing better because he's in a better situation.
There's just been so much positive from Fields.
Yeah,
I think there's been so much positive. I think he's been playing awesome. Really, I told you. I think he's playing like a borderline top 10, top 12 quarterback. TG, you don't think? I mean, he's balling out. These last 2 games, like he was really good.
I wouldn't say top 10, but I think he's playing really well. I don't think he's turning the ball over. I think he's doing what he's supposed to do. I think he gives you uber confidence that once you do go to Russ for a few minutes, you can come back and see and know you're good. You know, I think you got to see what that is at some point, but I don't think he's just going to give it away. Like, I don't think it's just going to be, all right, you back, you got it.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be kind of like, all right, that's cool. I've seen what I need to see. Like, let me see this a little bit. And let's see what it is for a little bit. You get a little look at that. Because you might like that more, you might like that less, and then you'll get your decision from there.
Now, if Russ doesn't get a chance to get on the field this week, and we see Fields not just play well, but we get a victory out of it, go 4-1. How does that change your perspective on Russ? Do you still feel like we would definitely still see him?
I think you're going to see him.
Okay.
You know?
Because I think we're in that danger zone. Phil's got another 2 weeks of playing really well.
This is Sunday night, too.
And
Sunday
I think
night at the crib against the Cowboys.
Get to that weird portion. Because now you kind of 6-7 games into this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, right now, if it's this week or next week, I think he still has a chance, more so depending on what Fields looks like this week. But I don't think we could get 2 more Fields performances that are nice. And, yeah, I don't think we're going to see that switch out, barring something like crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be interesting, though, bro.
I just think at some point you're going to see Russ, but, like, it's tough. Like, if Fields just keep doing pretty decent, they'll keep him in. They'll start they'll package you and do it, you know? But you're going to see Russ. But, yeah, I'm with you. I'm a Fields guy. Like, I like how he's playing. I'm with you. With you. I like how he's playing. I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing. I think you keep holding him off. But I think at some point you're going to see Russ.
Because it's Russ. That's literally I think we on the same page with that. If it's any other quarterback than Russ, I don't think it's a conversation. I think Coach T would have already said it's Phil's job. But because of what Russ is, that's the sticking point.
Yeah, it's Russ.
Because how many quarterbacks in this league have won Super Bowls and actually been the guy? It's a handful of them, tops. How many of them have been to 2 of them? It's a handful of them, tops.
I'm just saying, though, man. Like right now, I think Fields has this team. Like he's the leader of this team.
We're not saying that either.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Like I don't think that should be taken for granted.
We're not. But you act as if Russ doesn't have a very similar impact. Like
I don't know if he's doing some of the stuff Fields has been doing these first 4 weeks, like with the athleticism and the explosive plays. I really don't.
I think that's fair. But the devil's advocate is maybe we would see more efficiency rushing or more efficiency through the air with Russ because of his arm talent. And historically,
been really efficient
this year, yes, but from a historical basis, Russ has been the better passer of the football.
That's fine, but I mean, in a Steeler uniform, both of these guys are new, and we see Fields 3-1 playing really good. And playing efficient, raising his floor, like I said, not turning the ball over, but making some awesome plays, putting the team on his back at times. I don't think that should be overlooked where we're just going to put Russell Wilson in because his name's Russell Wilson.
It's not because his name is Russell Wilson. It's because just last year alone, he washed Justin Fields in terms of full season statistics. I'll talk about that. And outside of 4 games
there's a reason Denver let him go, though. I mean, that's the thing. There's a reason both of these guys are here on a new team trying to revive their careers.
Absolutely. But there's also a reason why one is making $40 million this year, too.
That's fine. But
I'm with you, though. You know I'm with you. But that's I'm like, it's a reason. It is a reason.
The way Justin Fields is playing, though, man, like that, he's playing like a $40 million quarterback.
That's right.
If you keep it up, I mean, we're talking about that type of level.
Yeah.
I
And that's the
respect
name
that.
So
of the
sure, he
game.
doesn't
You
have the
gotta do it
money
for
in the
17. But
yeah.
that's the
Sure, he
game. You gotta
doesn't
do it
have
for
the money in his
17.
pocket right now, but
Yeah. You do it for 17. Now you in that convo. Heck yeah.
and I think he's continued to earn the opportunity to prove that.
I like it there, baby. I like it. I like it. You know me. I always side with proven production versus the potential that is very high and can it get developed? Because when you just look around the league, you're going to see more times than not the production or the potential doesn't get developed. So for me, I'm always going to find a lot more comfort in that proven thing, especially after I've already seen it on multiple occasions. But I like what we're seeing from Justin Fields thus far. So hopefully he can do that. All right. Anything else with Fields? Anything? Uh-huh. All right, talk to me, man. Did you see Colorado, young Shador? What we thinking? We still liking him down there? What's up?
They winning.
Okay.
I like Travis. I believe. You
believe. All right. They going bowling
They
this year?
Colorado though. Who they play this week?
I'm not sure this week. I know they beat UCF last week though.
Yeah, I seen that.
Let me see. Let me
I
pull
think that was a major win for them. You know? I think that was a big win for them.
Let's get that joint real quick. Saying Kansas State. Let me see. Yes. Say off this weekend. Kansas State next weekend. All right.
Okay.
That'll be the 12th. Verse number 20 of ranked Kansas State as well. So they got a little off time. Okay. But you did like what you saw from them, though. You did like what you seen with Shador. You all believe in Travis Hunter as well.
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
I see it. I see all the hypes about Shador's coming out. It's starting to, he is the number one QB. It's coming. So it's working. Everything's working.
Is he your Heisman favorite, or you like the boy from Boise State, the running back?
I mean, I love that boy from Boise State.
I like Genty.
I like Travis though. Travis is mine. I like Travis. I like Travis. That's my Heisman favorite.
That man got 13 rushing touchdowns, 800 something yards, and was it 4 games, something like that? Something crazy.
Yeah, I like Travis.
Even over all that rushing yards?
Yeah, I like Travis. And that boy running crazy though. I like Travis. So Travis going crazy.
Right now, I mean,
because the numbers are insane for it to be just a handful of games for this man out of Boise State.
Yeah, I mean, those are the two non-quarterbacks that are in the conversation. Hunter and what's his last name?
Genty or something like that. Yeah, Genty.
I think you got to throw Cam Ward in the mix.
Oh yeah, down in Miami.
Obviously, Holstein from Pitt, dark horse candidate.
Hey, bro, you got chill.
Milroe, I think Milroe's got to be in the conversation too after that win against Georgia.
Texas is
Arch Manning if he keeps it up.
I was about to say because Quinn will be up out the conversation.
Archie is not in the conversation.
I said if he keeps it up.
Archie loud, man.
He's playing good.
He's loud out there in Texas, man.
He's not that loud. Archie's not in the conversation.
Hey, come on, man. All right. What about Shador? Hi. He in the convo? What's up? Or is he cannibal?
Shador's for sure in the convo.
Okay, I didn't know if he gonna hurt him so because of Travis.
Yeah, his stats are good.
No, but Travis is number one right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that's the 4 or 5.
Milroe fire, and he had the big time performance versus Georgia in prime time, and the theatrics at the end with the, all right, y'all gonna give me this, no time, boom, let me hit you real quick. That was pretty crazy. Okay, I like it then. I like it. All right. Anything else then on the docket, man? Anything?
Nah.
I like it then, baby. I like it. Well, my dog, as always, I appreciate you.
Hey, I got one thing.
Ooh,
I got one thing.
Okay.
And I know it's a little old. Yeah, let me get this off my chest, man, because I was watching the game, and the announcer saying, man, they got to give it to 8-4 a couple more times. Man, that just doesn't feel right, man. Is it too late? It just didn't feel right. I just want to say that. Okay.
Did you just say, is it too late? Can we go call?
Like,
you know you are closer to AB than either one of us in terms of being deep. So I mean, you've had eyes on it more recently than we have.
You're talking about an AB comeback.
Does it still look the part? He ain't been loud. He just
it's still 8-4. It's like 8-4. Just need a little bit of time to be ready to go.
Okay, because I thought
he looked. Chiefs could call
I thought he looked just a little bit like a little bit thicker with his muscle. Like he won't give.
I think he's a little thinner with the muscle.
So you think he'll
a different muscle?
Okay, it's different. Okay,
it's a different muscle.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
You know how that is.
I know.
That's a Chiefs.
It's a microphone muscle. It's not a lifting muscle.
That's what I was peeping. Yeah, I was like that muscle look a little different. Like I don't know. Yeah, the Chiefs.
You know how to go.
Oh, I would hate that. I legit would hate that. I would probably hate that one a lot actually. But they did just bring back. You said Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't tripping. He ain't got that in him, do he?
Oh no, I like Kareem Hunt, man. I'm okay with Kareem Hunt. I like Kareem Hunt.
Hey, B ain't going out there though, right? Go ahead, tell me something.
Nah,
good. Tell me something good.
He ain't going out. Yeah. You might not see AB no more. You probably won't see that.
You can't know how. You know why? Yeah. You know why you can't? He can't go to Kansas City. Who did Kansas City just sign that they won a Super Bowl with, bro? He like the dance. He's formerly
Juju on the beat.
Come on, fam. Yeah. You know they rocking with Juju over AB over there. Juju done won him a ring over there, man. Yeah. He definitely not going to Kansas City, man.
Yeah, he not going there.
Nah, he ain't gonna be there. I like it there, man.
My God.
All right, well, man, we'll spend the block with you next week, baby. Appreciate you as always.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all.
There it is. Shout out to the one and only Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG. If y'all was digging what we was doing, having our convo, hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Alrighty. Then we got a few more supers. We low-key was hitting what Coach T was talking about anywho. I like that.
Sure. I like that. Snoopy says, shout out to the #1 Steelers podcast, Moats and Deke. First take who?
There it is. Shout out to the love. We appreciate you.
Greg Yeager says, I'll take the Najee coat from Moats any day of the week over Deke's Kenny coat.
They saying I'm on. It's no way they saying I'm coping on Najee like that, right? Oh, that's crazy, man. Najee.
Greg Yeager is at least.
Najee be producing, man. Why y'all doing me like that, man? I like Najee's game has grown on me. You know, draft night I was an ETN guy. Okay, still do like ETN. But Najee's game has grown mightily on me, and I am a fan. I respect it. I see the value in it, and especially when I compare him to the others. And yeah, I like what he brings. It's good old consistent, man. Good old consistent.
Eddie T. Weight Loss Journey says people want to trade Russ, but then if Fields gets hurt and Tomlin has to go with the backup, Allen, and then is struggling with the backup, will then get mad at Mike Tomlin for trading Russ, SMH.
Man, you know that's 100% the case. Can't be right one way or the other. You know that. Unless everything goes perfect, then great. But we know how life be, man. Stuff be happening, man.
Yeah, it's got to be a ransom to get Russ. It's got to be. It's got to be a nice pick.
I'm like, I don't want to give him up. Heck nah. Like I don't want to switch him out right away, but I don't want to give him up either. Like, can I have both?
Mike Hood, back to the chat yesterday, Moats. We ran 2 defensive tackle and 2 outside linebacker most of the game. Is that because we were in nickel?
Yes.
Seems we couldn't get push up the middle with 2 DT. Shout out to all the goats in the chat.
Yes, that's 100% the case. We were in nickel because you would see a lot more Beanie Bishop on the field. Those are going to be the 2 indicators. 2 down D tackles, Beanie Bishop out there. But what I was saying, going back with yesterday, the reason why I was saying that we still would use that third guy was DeMarvin Leal. If you look at him again, he was rotating at outside linebacker as one of those DN. So when we call it nickel, technically those are our right DN, left DN. Whereas when we're in base, that right DN and left DN is Cam Hayward and DeMarvin Leal or Larry Ogunjobi 5 techniques. But that was the whole thing, man. We were definitely running more nickel. Part of that was because of the success that Flacco was able to have throwing the football. So from there, you want to get that additional DB out there to kind of help you. The flip side is when you add that next DB, you got to be able to stop the run because that's the response to it. And it's just that cat and mouse game back and forth, kind of like when we talked about Cordell Patterson on the field versus Najee Harris. With Cordell Patterson on the field, teams will typically be a little bit more inclined to play nickel, which is 2 down D tackles, put that third guy out there to help with coverage, or think of a more coverage mentality when you're on the field with him versus with Naj. You said, man, they throwing base out there, putting me the nose tackle out here. Instead of that being a nickel, it's an outside, it's a third linebacker, you know? That's kind of the difference with it, man. So for us, that was kind of how we were responding. We also tried to go 3 safeties at times and cheat using Terrell Edmonds as our dime linebacker. I wasn't tripping on it, especially from a coverage standpoint. It kind of worked out with us. But that's going to be, you know, how teams go at us. If they feel like they can run it, then they might try to do the space us out and attack us so we can play our nickel coverage or nickel defense. But I also say that, man, our D line has to be better and our LBs have to be better when they're in nickel, because they still should have been better against the run. We just didn't tackle well enough. Most teams, man, when you see them struggle in nickel, it's because their little linebackers and little nickels can't get off of blocks. Our guys actually get off of blocks. It's just we aren't finishing the tackle. So instead of it being a 2-yard gain, you miss that tackle, it's 5 yards. 2nd and 5 feel way different than 2nd and 8. That type of stuff happens a little bit too much, at least in this last game. That was kind of how I was feeling. It was happening a little bit too much for me, man. But hopefully the tackling will be improved this week.
Steeler Nation Black Sheep Noriega says the Raiders reached out to the Steelers about a Devontae Adams trade. They want a 1st or 2nd pick, along with a 4th or 5th pick.
Okay. Shout out. Is that Noriega? Steelers Nation Black Sheep? He said this.
Yeah, he's always changing his name.
I was about to say, it seemed like Noriega, right?
It'd be safe to assume it's him.
Shout out to Noriega, man.
Shout out. Us some inside scoop on the trade.
They want a 1st and 2nd.
2nd and 4th. Get it done.
1st and 2nd pick along with a 2nd. If that's all it takes, I ain't tripping on that at all. Send it. What we waiting on?
Chase Grief says, Devontae Adams sounds like he's done as a Raider on a podcast today. Let's go get him ASAP. We need that along with a guard.
I ain't hating on that. Definitely hating on that. Which one do you think we need more?
Dotson.
Which one do you need more of right now? Guard or receiver? Coach T did say he was fond of the efforts of the guys.
To say Mailbag should be back.
Yeah. But
Frazier's been playing good.
He liked Spencer Anderson. He liked Mason McCormick. I wonder, are they going to bump Mason McCormick to right now if, say, Umalu is going to be potentially back at left?
I think the problem with the whole guard thing is like I don't know who you're getting that's like this for sure upgrade. That's ready and available too. Whereas receiver, we got a guy right now, Devontae Adams. I mean, there's other receivers it feels like that you could get and will be easier to bring in and incorporate and say this is an upgrade over what we had. Especially, too, since there's typically multiple receivers out there on the field, whereas right guard, it's only one right guard. I think it's just a different dynamic. What do we need more? It's probably a really good right guard, like a right guard of James Daniels' caliber, but I think that's way harder to get than a quality wide receiver 2 or an upgrade. To our receiver room. I
agree with what you're saying. I think it's harder to find that player, but I do think it's cheaper to get that player good versus getting a receiver to that standard. I think that receiver costs a little bit more. Like, who's the Dotson equivalent of wide receiver? I don't know what that would be, but I just think like the skill position players, I feel like they demand a little bit more.
Dotson's Pro Bowl type.
Yeah. So we talking Pro Bowl, all pro caliber receivers. That's above GP.
Yeah, like who's just I don't know. What maybe the problem is I just don't know what names are out there at the guard position that are potentially tradable.
Right.
Because maybe there is just a quality average starter out there that would be an upgrade over Mason McCormick or Spencer Anderson. Maybe there is.
Listen, nobody is holding any of us in the wrong for us not knowing the guard market. All right.
I also could see a world where McCormick or Anderson, I think, because Anderson even said in an interview, I think it was post-game, that he likes right guard better. So maybe the Steelers aren't
here we go.
making the same mistake with him than what they did with Dotson.
Well, he's back at right guard.
This is just more out of need, though. Because
so do we keep him at right guard, is what you're saying? We keeping him at right over Mason McCormick? Or do you put Mason over there?
We'll see. Sam Allen's got to come back. That becomes the
Well, they
next
said
step.
The way he was talking, he sounded like he was excited about him.
He's playing this week?
He was making it sound like he was excited for him to be back.
All right, good.
Like he's going to be out there, so.
Good. Yeah, I think they're around in the same spot right now. Right guard probably more than receiver, especially if Justin Fields is playing like this.
Okay.
That's my thought on it, at least. But if we get Devontae Adams for a second and fourth, let's just not overthink it.
I'm with you. Devontae is definitely priority number one, but if I can't get him, then I do focus on guard. But Devontae's for certain priority number one.
Let's see what McCormick and Anderson look like.
Yep.
Going forward.
Because I'm like, I can get Devontae and, man, Mason or Spencer, y'all battle it out for these next couple weeks till we figure something out, man.
What a shame.
Bro, that went from being what we thought was one of our most deepest positions to now we are like, woo, we on the brink.
Joshua Blancett Jr. says, glad to be part of this community, sharing the love.
Nah, salute to you, man. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Rod says 2 seconds and a fourth, and Calvin send it now. All right, that's too much. That's too much. A second and a fourth. And then we'll see if they want Calvin. Richard Arbizo says probably no fourth next draft because of Fields' play time.
Has he already crossed that threshold?
No, it's got to be,
I thought it was like
50%.
Yeah.
So
Unless
no.
they calling it. Oh, and it's, oof. Are they calling for that? I ain't tripping. We'll find out, though.
Pete the Penguins Ghost says, I'll be in the stadium on Sunday.
Let's go.
Where and what time is Moats' pregame show? Hope security lets me in.
Man, shout out to Pete the Penguin, man. All right. Well, first off, man, we're $1:30 always before kickoffs when we'll be on the stage. Obviously, FedEx Great Hall right next to that amazing, what is it called? Team store where you go and get that cool little fly merchandise. And in fact, let me pull up my email because I just got my email to let me know who is on the docket this week for my interview guests. All right. So let me see. All right. Nope, that ain't the one I was looking for. There's got way too many emails in here, Deke. Way too many emails, bro. I gotta get my life together. I feel like I'm in shambles every time I check my emails. All right. So 6:35 is when your boy will be on stage at the FedEx Great Hall. I'll be interviewing Mike Logan, Super Bowl champ. Obviously, we know local prospect as well, right from McKeesport, if I remember correctly, with him. Obviously, we know that's the first part. All right. But then after that, in the West Club this time, because last time I was there in the East Club. So I don't know where the heck the West Club is. I'm going to find that out when I get there. But at 7:20 p.m., I'll be talking with one of my former teammates, D'Angelo Williams. Shout out to D-Lo, all right? We obviously know that crucial catch is going on, so got to talk about what his foundation is doing in terms of what they're doing for mammograms, which he does a ton of awesome work with, man. So shout out to D'Angelo Williams. But those be two people that I'll be interviewing. Everybody's welcome if you're in the building. Like I said, 6:35 Sunday night, FedEx Great Hall. I'll be with Mike Logan, and then 7:20 p.m. in the West Club with D'Angelo Williams, baby. All right. Shout out to Pete the Penguins Ghost, man. All right. Made me go check my emails. Break my anxiety, man. I hate when my anxiety rise up like that, D. It's just the emails because it's always like 70 or 100 when I look at the number. And it's just like,
You're popular.
I don't like that. I wish you was getting them emails. I don't want them emails.
Richard Arbizo said, Najee really rocked the sling and was still available.
Gangsta. It's only one other guy I've seen do that. Know that? Only one other guy I've seen.
We're talking about 7.
Come on, man. Had the sling, then he went armless on us. Told you. Never forget that walk through going into that Broncos game. Shirt in the sling, throwing left-handed. Oh my God, it's over. Do you know what the rest was? Come on. Oh, hey now. So
yeah,
Devontae officially is.
Ethan Leach just said.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams said he wants to be traded per Ian Rappaport.
Just popped up on the screen. We watching Ian right now. Yeah. All right. Shout out to Ethan, man. Shout out to Ethan dropping that in the chat for us, man. We appreciate you, baby. Yeah. That is crazy. Ooh. So it's real.
He prefers to be traded.
That's real. He informs the Raiders.
We need
That's
some
kinda
stronger language than prefers to be traded.
I think the Raiders are trying to make it seem, downplay it a little bit.
Why can't we get the classic request to trade?
Because
prefers to be traded.
I'm saying. If he walks in there,
Demand
he's letting the team know. Look at that. Adams wants to leave Las Vegas. Devontae Adams has requested a trade or requested to be traded by NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Mike Garofalo. I don't know why they trying to word it all. He prefers to be traded. They just said he requested a trade. How you got two graphics saying two different things? Because that word, I'm with you. Prefers and requested are different. Preferred is like, hey, bro, I don't really like what's going on, man.
Prefers probably describes the Brandon Ayuk situation more than his request to be traded, because obviously he went back to the 49ers. He was
I would agree.
So flaky and wavering in the whole process.
Hell, spineless. But yeah, this was like a request. I like the request, actually.
I think it gets done this week. It feels like.
Why wait?
I think it's too far gone. Like,
I was about to say, this happening fast. Yeah, this happening fast now.
Greg Yeager asked if we should be slightly concerned about Patrick Queen.
I'll say no right now for a couple of reasons. I know the big thing that jumps out with him that I'm sure a lot of people have seen is his tackling. Can't hide it. I thought this game was probably the worst that I saw from him, just through his early time as a Steeler from a tackling standpoint. But the thing that I do like is the fact that he is still getting to the ball a ton. I'm equating these tackling issues, I know in those first 3 games specifically, to some of the conditioning part, man. Playing a lot of snaps, and it's still early in the season. And I know what tired feels like, but I also know at times what tired looks like. And he's still trying to play through that. And at times, for the guys that are high money, you feel like, yo, I got to be out there every single snap, and rightfully so. But we also know the challenges that come with that. So I think for him, man, the more he keeps playing, the more shape he's going to continue to get to. And now some of those missed tackles that we're seeing, I think half of those go away solely based off of that. And I say that he's out of shape, because I think he's still in phenomenal shape. But I think that I'm still watching moments where I can see him physically tired. Y'all might not notice it, but as a player, we kind of know it. And then studying how he moves, I could tell the difference of his burst and his shuffle and even his pad level at times when he is more fresh versus when it's the end of some of these 10-play drives. And, I thought last week, some of the ones I'm like, oh, you're getting to the ball, but, you tired. So you fell off of them. I get it. Not making an excuse for it, but that's some of the stuff that you deal with early in the season while guys are getting to what we call, legit playing shape to play every single snap. Because that is what he does from a defensive standpoint. They don't package him just yet. You stay out there every single time, every single scenario. So you go from preseason where you're getting practice reps, a handful of 2 series here, 3 series here. Now I come out here and be the guy that's running all over. It's like, I think it's caught up. It kind of surprised him a little bit, man. But that's kind of how I look at him, man. I think everything else, he's balling. I think in terms of the amount of tackles he gets to, we've already seen production in the sense of him in the pass game from a coverage standpoint. I think everything with him is going to continue to get better and going to continue to pay off the dividends that we, were anticipating getting from him. That's how I look at it, man. But he gets to the football, and I'm like, you got to get to the ball. And so the tackling, I think, improves with his condition and improving. But as long as you get into the ball, I can get the rest of it right. I like his eyes, though. Like that. I feel like he's still seeing the right thing, shoot when he's supposed to shoot, and he has the passion. You see that part. But that's kind of what I thought.
Joe Gerbis asked what we give for Adams. He said he'll give his second mortgage.
Ooh, shout out. Shout out. The second mortgage one? I ain't tripping on it.
Second and a late pick. Second and something. I don't know.
Second mortgage is something, man. Not the first mortgage, not no first round draft pick. All right. Get second and something, though.
Second round pick, and I don't know. That's fair. That's fair enough.
Okay.
Get him midway through the season. He's banged up a little bit too. Had missed last game.
A little disgruntled.
Yeah, second and something. That's fine. Second and Van Jefferson. Second and Calvin Austin. Second and a fourth. Second and a fifth.
Now I've got a third headline. Adams wants to leave Las Vegas. All right. So we've had he wants to leave, he's requested a trade, and he's preferred a trade. All on the same network. I like it. All right.
So he was lying to us the whole time, because I don't think 3 weeks or 4 weeks into the season, all of a sudden, you hit this breaking point, right?
I didn't hear what you said.
He's been lying to us the whole time about wanting to stay in Vegas this whole offseason. He likes it here. I mean, He had one foot out the door, and all it took was a Pierce tweet or just.
But this is your head coach.
Just some calamity throughout the season, which the Raiders have dealt with, for him to really want to get out of there.
Deke, this your head coach liking the tweet that's saying you've played your final snap here.
Well, that's fine.
That's tough. That's no, not my boss, not my head man, not the head coach. No, not head coach, man, not the head coach.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever. I mean,
yeah.
If this was the final straw, but I feel like he's been wanting out with the Raiders for a minute. He's just been lying to us
ever since his best friend, his quarterback left.
Well, I honestly think it was ever since they said Gardner Minshew's going to be our starter.
That's what I'm saying. You don't like
because they had a chance to bring in someone else. They could have brought in Russ.
Yeah.
Joe Gerber says he bet his first mortgage on Sunday.
Ooh.
Took a 2 yesterday. Took a second one.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I lost some cash.
It's like that.
In week 4 as well.
That's real. That's that. I lost some cash too in week 4. How about that? Yeah. I guess we all lost cash, huh?
I'm guessing though.
Don't you do that? Don't you do that? Don't you do that? Don't you do that? Why you asking way too many questions? I just said we all lost money that day, but we all lost. It happens. We're just bonding together. Yeah.
Well, I understand your loss because I thought the Bills were going to beat the Ravens.
See why you? I would so why you always keep bringing up? This is a Steelers channel. Jeez.
We got anything else?
I was trying to check. I was looking through the chat. I ain't see nothing there. I don't see anything new up there. I feel like we are good. Make sure I ain't forget nothing. You know what threw me off? We started at 2 o'clock, bro. I was like, yo, wow, I feel like my clock is off. Nope, we are actually straight. Yep, so with that being the case, man, that will do it for today's show. But hopefully y'all were digging what we were doing today. And if you did, hit that like button one time for the culture. Also, subscribe. Deke, I almost forgot what I was supposed to do today, bro. So I did say on our last show that we're crossing that 49,000 subscriber threshold. And we said on the way to get to 50K, every 100 subscriber increment that we increase, we're going to do a giveaway. All right. So we did recently cross over that first 100 increment. All right. So the way we will do it is this, man. Deke, pick 2 people out the chat, man. All right. Give them a book, doing a picture. All right. Pick 2 people out the chat. I don't even know off the top of the head. Just you pick them. I don't want no pressure on myself. All right. But you pick them. You pick them. Because I want them to be here. They need to be here. And Deke is the random picker. All right. They always say you got to let the people know how they can win. You got to make sure that Deke likes you. Okay. You got to be subscribed. Clearly, a lot of y'all up here, if y'all rock with this long, y'all rocking with the congregation. You're on the live right now. All right. And Deke is the random picker. So he's random. And now y'all can put all the pressure on Deke if he picks somebody that y'all don't like or something like that.
I'm not picking this guy's name because he said Josh Allen is overrated. I'm just picking him because he's been active in the chat.
That is foul, Deke. That is foul. It sounds like you picking him because he says that dude is overrated.
He might have called you a half-blood, too.
Whoa, why would you pick this guy then? That's crazy.
I didn't see that one till now.
Why would you pick that one, man? That's nuts,
I just saw he said Josh Allen is overrated. But I'm just saying, he's been active in the chat today. A lot of chats.
I just think that's kind of crazy. Of all the people, that's kind of crazy. That's all I'm saying, man. Jeez Louise.
All right, we'll say Rashawn Jones and Tom Jade.
All right, Rashawn Jones and Tom Jade. And shout out to both of y'all, too, man. Y'all always are rocking with us. All right, so with that being the case, man, send an email to moatswinners@gmail.com. All right. That way we'll be able to get in contact with you, get everything verified. Make sure it's actually you emailing and not nobody else. All right. But then after that, man, we'll get that book and picture sent out to both of you individuals, Rashawn Jones and Tom Jade. Shout out to both of y'all. Shout out to Deke handling the pressure situation right there because I ain't want that smoke. All right. But with that being the case, that will do it for today's show. But like I said, every 100.
Tom Jade's pumped.
Let's go. Now, which one was the one you said was talking crazy about me and Josh, man? Which one was that one again? I just need to make sure I get the right one. Now, which one you said? Was it Rashawn or was it Tom?
Are you going to send him something
I'm just throwing. Which one you said it was? I just need to know.
It might have been both.
It could have been both. I'm just just keep playing. Keep playing.
Do I got to say?
It's both of them. Then I'm gonna hear both of them. That's what it said. Both of them, Bills. Both of them. All right.
Take a guess of the two.
Probably Tom. Feel like Tom. Yeah. Let's say usually Tom.
He said, "Don't send a Josh jersey."
It feel like Tom. Yeah. You know what? There you go. Just Bills care package. All right. Yeah. But with that being the case, like I said, man, we are going to do that every 100 subscriber increment that we surpass on the way to 50,000 subscribers. All right, because we can't do this without y'all, man. We appreciate the heck out of y'all. So with that being the case, I almost tripped out. I do see Richard Arbizo sliding in right at the end. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
Can we add a third winner?
Wow. Richard, what is this?
Wait, can we add a third giveaway winner?
What is this? No, what is this?
I'll nominate Richard Arbizo.
Richard, why? You could have just left it as Sunday wasn't a good day, and that would have been fine. Talk about this other. We're not allowed to use bad words on the show, so I can't read the second half of what you have.
This is mild. This is PG.
There's a lot of profanity in this. It's a lot of
I can read it.
Listen, man, this is a family-friendly show. You know this, bro. It's family-friendly, man.
Are we skipping this chat? I'll read it.
If you would like to read the chat, Deke, you can read this chat. I don't want to read this chat. I'll
read it.
Hurts.
I got no problem reading this. He says Sunday wasn't a good day, but then the Bills sucked.
Like, why
I guess that made it a good day for him.
See,
even though we needed the Bills
to
beat the Ravens,
that's
I
crazy,
think we
bro.
wanted the Bills to beat the Ravens.
How you gonna use that type of? This is a rated G channel. Okay, we don't use these type of words. All right, we don't put them in sentences like that together. All right, jeez, there's kids out here, man. All right, think about the kids. Just think about the kids. Jeez. Anywho, shout out to y'all, man. All right, shout out to each and every one of y'all. But that will do it for today's show. And until next time, baby.
Peace.